All glories to all our acharyas, senior devotees who have been spending 24/7 in spreading the message of Bhagavad-Gita in whatever the way possible, in simplifying Bhagavad-Gita to reach the common people. I really bow down to them, and my sincere gratitude to senior devotees like Radhesham Prabhuji, Madhusudan Vishnudas Prabhuji for helping me in conducting these sessions along with my Shiksha Guru. Hare Krishna Prabhuji and Mataji, Dandak Pranam. How are you today? We welcome again, once again, another session. I think I am seeing some old faces again. Hare Krishna Mataji. So Mataji, so all good Mata. I know I am really sorry for whatever. I think. How is your father doing, Mataji? Is it Mahidipatnam only? Hare Krishna, Sacha Prabhu. Okay. So today we will. Today is our chapter 12. What is chapter 12? Devotional service. Okay. Everyone understands English, right? Yeah. That's good. Okay. So here today's chapter is devotional service, and as you know, it is the last chapter in the lot of Bhakti Yoga. So today is the as you know, I think first we told first 6 chapters are deals with the Karma Yoga part of it. Middle 6 chapter deals with the Bhakti Yoga part of it, and last 6 chapters deals with the Jnana Yoga part of it. So today is the last chapter related to Bhakti Yoga. Okay, so we will try to understand the link between the previous chapter and the today's chapter. In the last chapter, what did Krishna show? Hare Krishna. Vishwarup, universal form. So after showing universal form, slowly Arjuna asked him to show the 400 form. Then he asked him to show the 200 form, and which is the rare or which is the best form. No, a lot of people get confused that among the 3 forms, which is the best. Everyone thinks that universal form is the best because everyone would not be in a situation to see it every time, right? So that's the people have an impression that universal form is the best form among the Lord's various forms. But universal form, try to understand that it is a material manifestation of the Lord. It is not a spiritual figure. It is not coming from the spiritual figure. This universal form is only restricted to the material nature. Krishna's expansion of a material form. It is a material form. It's not a spiritual form. We have Narayana avatar. All other avatars are coming from spiritual abode, but this Vishwarup is a particular to material world only. It doesn't exist in the spiritual world. Okay, so that's why universal form is not important. Or among the 3, the previous question what I asked in the chapter was among the 3 forms. In fact, Himanshu Prabhu asked, like among the 3 forms, how come 200 form is best? Yes, 200 form is the best, where devotees or Lord's pure devotees cherish to see that sweet form of 200 form, not lot of mouths, fire coming out of your mouth, and warriors getting crushed between the teeth. That is a Kala, that's a time form of Krishna. So devotees don't cherish, generally devotees only worship the 200 form of Krishna. But yogis, they try to meditate on the universal form. So 200 form is the best form. That's what we have concluded the 11th chapter, saying that you should worship or you should perform devotion towards Krishna in the personal form. In the personal form, not impersonal. Now, further in this chapter, if a quick recap we do in the 11th chapter, this is what Arjuna requests. Like, what is the summary of the universal form? And Krishna's greatness, before showing the universal form, he first describes. Generally, students, when we do lab apparatus, we go to lab. I think everyone in one or the other stages of your life, you might have attended chemistry lab, right? I have been part of chemistry lab. So before adding some chemicals and some smoke comes, before doing that experiment, lecturer he explains you first. Okay, this is the chemical component number 1. This is the chemical compound number 2. If you add both the two components, then this particular chemical comes out and it will be coming in the form of smoke and all. He explains and then he does the lab. Similarly, Krishna explains first to Arjuna that in this universal form, Arjuna, you are going to see this. So that's what summarized description of universal form is given. And parallelly, while he shows, Sanjaya and Dhritarashtra also have a separate conversation happening on what did Arjuna see. Okay, for showing the universal form, has Krishna taken Arjuna to some other place and shown? No. So he mentions that no, Dhritarashtra, he is showing in the middle of two armies. So he was. So Sanjaya narrates, and he was not, because he has never seen that kind of a form of the Lord, and he was also completely shocked how to explain to Dhritarashtra that universal form. So he mentions that it is equivalent to 1,000 suns rising at one time. Has Sanjaya seen any time 1,000 suns rising at any time? No, right? But sometimes we also, for explaining something great, for example, a politician meeting is happening. Lot of people have come. People say, ఎంతమంది వచ్చారా? How many people have come? Then they will say, జన సముద్రం వచ్చింది. Samudram. They gives him some superlative terms. Samudram and like this. So like that, for explaining Dhritarashtra, he could not find a better superlative term than 1,000 suns rising at one time. So that's what the description he gives about to Dhritarashtra on what Arjuna has seen about the universal form. Next, in the 11th chapter, he also, Arjuna tells his experience after seeing the universal form. How he experienced, what experience he has. Scared. He was fearful. He was shocked. So that all his experiences he shared. And he asked Krishna, what is this, Krishna? I have seen you like this. And what is this form? Some fire is coming out of your mouth. Some warriors are getting, I mean, it is something like in our kitchen, we crush vegetables, right, to make chutney. We crushed vegetables to make chutney. Similarly, all the warriors are getting crushed in the teeth of Krishna, or the universal form. So therefore, what is this? Who are you? He asks Arjuna. Then he says, I am time. I am Kala. I am Kala. So like this, Kala. Then again Arjuna asked out, if you are anyhow you are Kala, you are going to destroy. So what is the use of me? Why I need to fight? Anyhow you are going to destroy it by your energy of time. Then said, no, I wanted to give you the glory, he says, because anyhow I will destroy, but I wanted you to get the credit of it. So Krishna is a Lord who never takes credit, but he gives credit to devotees. Okay, so that's what he establishes, that platform, that though I can destroy, but I wanted to give the credit to you for winning the war, that Arjuna has won the war. That's what he says. And finally he prays Krishna with lot of reverence, because as we said, Arjuna goes through 5 transformations in the Bhagavadgita. What Arjuna was there in the first chapter, he is not the same in the 10th or 12th chapter. He is a transformed Arjuna right now. So with lot of respect, and after seeing all these things, with lot of respect and reverence, he prays. And he also teaches us the art of praying. There is a sequence of praying. Do you remember what are the sequence of praying? First one.
Glorify.
Yes. First we need to glorify. Second, obeisances. Third, is forgiveness. Third is forgiveness. Last is request. So even when we go to any god, see, when we go to Tirupati you go. A lot of people, Devud darshan cheskunnanu. It is not you are darshaning Devud Venkateswara Swami. In fact, you are going to show your darshan to him, to show your situation. I am kuttimitading in ocean of this sorrow and happiness. ఈ జన ఇదేంటి సంసార సాగరంలో మునిగి తేలుతున్నాను కృష్ణ వెంకటేశ్వర స్వామి, దయచేసి నన్ను చూడు, నన్ను కాపాడు అని మనం ఆయనకు మన దర్శనం ఇస్తున్నాం. It's not that we are going to see Lord, we are showing our plight to Him. That's what the mood should be when we visit the Lord. Darshan means we are showing our situation to Him and requesting Him. So even Arjuna is showing how to pray. First we need to, glorify the Lord. Glorify the Lord. Krishna, you are the ultimate. You are the Janana Marana Bhaya Hari. Last week we have sang the bhajan. Garuda Gamana Tava Kamala. Yeah. Garuda Gamana. In that middle one sentence comes Janana Marana Bhaya Hari. So Krishna is the Janana Marana, this cycle he can break. He is the freedom giver of that. Because we know, right? Janana Marana is problems of life. Yes or no? Are anyone still having a doubt that Janana Marana are not problems? Marana is a problem, everyone will agree. Janana is a problem or not? ఏం ప్రభు చిన్నప్ప ప్రభు బర్త్ అనేది ప్రాబ్లమా కాదా? No, actually everyone will say, but are they completely have that faith, conviction that seriously Janana is a problem? Definitely లాక్ కర్దే. ఏంటండి ఇంట్లో పిల్లాడు పుడితే అందరు సెలబ్రేషన్ చేసుకుంటారు, ఉల్లుళ్ళు కుచ్చుచ్చు, ఎంత సాఫ్ట్గా ఉంది బాడీ, ఎంత చక్కగా ఉంది బాడీ, మా ఆయనే మా అమ్మే, we feel happy, right? So is really Janana problem or not? చూసారా, కన్విక్షన్తో ఆన్సర్ రావట్లా. Birth is a problem. So that's the reason why when we go to the Lord, we show the situation. ఈ సంసార సాగరంలో నేను కొట్టుమిట్టాడుతున్నాను కృష్ణ, దయచేసి నన్ను చూడు, కొంచెం కరుణించు. జనన మరణ భయ హారి, we say. So he is the only supreme personality of Godhead who can free you from these problems of birth, death, old age and disease. Okay, so that's what the prayers means, that first we need to appreciate the Lord or glorify the Lord, that you are such a great person, you are such a thing. Even in our daily altar, in our house also, when we do puja, it has become a very mechanical thing in our houses. Any important occasions come, it is become a mechanical thing. We do agarbatti, we do buttu, we do tilak and all, but we go there, whatever it was, but there is a sequence for praying also. That's what Arjuna shows in the prayer. First we need to glorify the Lord. చాలా గొప్పవాడివయ్యా, నువ్వే అందరినీ ఆ సర్వలోకాన్ని నువ్వే ఏలుతున్నావు, నువ్వే గొప్పవాడివి. ఫస్ట్ వీ నీడ్ టు గ్లోరిఫై. సెకండ్, వీ నీడ్ టు పే అబేసెన్సెస్. వీ నీడ్ టు ప్రే సాష్టాంగ దండవత్. వీ హ్యావ్ టు ప్రే. నీకు నమస్కరిస్తున్నాను స్వామి, నన్ను ఆలకించు. మాతాజీస్ కెన్ డూ హాఫ్ దండవత్ అండ్ ప్రభుజీస్ కెన్ డూ ఫుల్ దండవత్, సాష్టాంగ దండవత్. Third one is we need to seek forgiveness. We need to seek forgiveness in whatever the current situation. I have been into this situation due to lot of my negative activities, whatever I did, but still somehow I am trying to reach you, Krishna. Please forgive me for whatever the sins I have committed, knowingly or unknowingly. I might have committed lot of sins. Please forgive me. Then you need to put forth the request, and that request you need to request, and I am requesting this thing to Krishna such that I can serve you better. I can come to you near to you very soon, or I can serve you. I can serve the Vaishnavas. I can serve the devotees. So like that, this is the sequence. First glorify, next obeisances, next forgiveness, fourth is request. So it is the art of praying what Arjuna is showing to all of us. That's what he talks about in the 11th chapter. Next, he wanted to see the after showing the universal form, he requests to show the four-handed form. Then he asks him to come back to the two-handed form. Okay, then four-handed form, very beautiful. And how we can reach you, Krishna, like that he asks in the end. He says that you can reach me only through pure devotion. Okay, so so 11th chapter ends with the confirms that 11th chapter Krishna confirms that only in the personal form you can perform devotion towards me. Now this gives a link to the our 12th chapter. 12th chapter, we are having a lot of though it was personal form, then Arjuna asks, okay, Krishna, personal form you are saying, but what about the impersonalists? There are impersonalists also, right? What is the definition of impersonalist? What do you mean by impersonalist? తెలుగులో ఏమంటారు impersonalist ని? Any idea? Telugulo, what do we call impersonalists? Or what do you mean by impersonalists? What? So yeah, you are right. Yes, whoever believes that Lord is not in the personal form, that he has a shape or he has a proper body, who don't believe that, they are impersonalists. They are impersonalists. So we need to understand, this particular 12th chapter is the very smallest chapter. It's the very smallest chapter, and we discuss about impersonalists mainly in this 12th chapter. What kind of varieties of impersonalists are there, and what kind of people we come across, impersonalists, we see in this chapter. So this particular, despite being a very small chapter, hardly I think 20 to 22 shlokas are there in this chapter, but it is very effective chapter, especially dealing with impersonalists and how we need to identify the impersonalists. So we will be having there's a lot of depth to understanding in this form. So Arjuna, in fact, asks a question, but before that we need to know that there are some principles which are scattered across in Bhagavad Gita. There are a lot of concepts mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, and especially people who are in Sattva-guna might understand, and for the people, or for the common people, or for the people who are passionate, we need to understand that there are a lot of concepts in Bhagavad Gita and kinds of devotion they perform, but all together, these are the different kinds of worship what people in general do. Let me know if you are seeing anything else apart from this. Mixed bhakti, demigod worship, universal form worship, pure bhakti, impersonal worship. Any kind of puja or any kind of thing you see, and everything comes under these 5 categories. If you let me know if you feel anything else is there. So we try to concise the concept of Bhagavad Gita, and we have come up with these 5 kinds of bhakti or worship. Okay. Now, question is, question for everyone, are all the worshippers same? There are 5 people worshipping all these 5 categories. Are all same? No? Sure? 100%? Good. Then, which one is the top among them? Which one is the top among them? Pure bhakti. I think Krishna has been repeatedly again and again saying this. I think that first one is very important, and everyone knows that pure devotional service, that is pure bhakti, is the best. That's what we know. Now pure bhakti, why it is best? Why it is best? Guess. No punishment if you are telling answers wrong. Don't worry.
No expectations.
Huh?
No expectations.
Yes. Because we this particular bhakti we do only for satisfaction of the senses of the Lord. Hrishikena sevanam bhakti ruchyate. Only for the satisfaction of the Lord only we do it, with no other expectations. Let with my whatever kind of activities I do, if I am able to satisfy the Lord, that's what they are only concerned about, satisfying the senses of the Lord. That is pure bhakti. People in general, they say, Krishna, 10th, I am doing bhakti, थोड़ा 10th class पास करवा दो, थोड़ा डिग्री में अच्छा मार्क्स दिलवा दो, एक अच्छी लड़की दिखा दो, एक अच्छा जॉब दिला दो, एक गाड़ी दिला दो. That, and they do some puja. That they treat themselves that they have done a great bhakti. No, that is not bhakti.
What is senses of Lord means?
Senses of the Lord means, we how many senses we have, Mataji? 5. Similarly, what are the Lord's senses are there? Eyes, ears. For example, how you satisfy Lord's sense of ear? By singing bhajans, by glorifying by singing bhajans and glorifying the Lord through our bhajans, he gets satisfied. By seeing the service of the people, service of the devotees. What are the service they do? Oh, okay, ये बंदा कुछ तो कर रहा है, लोगों को मेरे पास लाने के लिए कोशिश कर रहा है, something as he's trying to bring the he's trying to connect people to the Lord. I think he's doing some service. I think he's doing some go seva. So he sees, so you are satisfying the senses of the Lord. So like that, man, what are the senses we have? The Lord's senses also we can satisfy with different various activities. Okay. So that's what when because this particular bhakti comes from pure heart, and pure heart sounds very, very preachy, but we need to understand what is pure heart. You should have faith. Actually ఎక్కువ చదువుకున్నా కూడా ప్రాబ్లమే తెలుసా. ఎక్కువ చదువున్నా కూడా ఏంటంటే లాజిక్ ఎదుగుతుంటారు అనమాట. Believe me, Prabhuji and Mataji, I have seen a lot of people like who have done PhDs also. They use Bhagavadgita. భగవద్గీతలో కృష్ణుడు ఏం చెప్పడం అనుకున్నావు, మనకు కష్టం వస్తే ఫైట్ చేయాలి, ఇది చేయాలి, ముందుకెళ్ళాలి, ఇందుకెళ్ళాలి అంటారు. And only which is suitable for them they will quote Krishna. But what other things, 90-95% things what Krishna said, they will not worry, because that won't come under this category. Only 5% కృష్ణుడు చేసింది వాళ్ళ లైఫ్కి దే విల్ ట్రై టు కోరిలేట్ అండ్ సే భగవద్గీతలో కృష్ణుడు ఏం చెప్పాడు కాబట్టి నేను ఇది చేస్తున్నాను. బట్ వాట్ కృష్ణ సెడ్ 95% దే ఆర్ నాట్ వరీడ్, దే విల్ నాట్ ఫాలో అట్ ఆల్. Okay, so that's what about a pure heart means. Simple heart with firm faith, with no కుట్ర కుతంత్రము లేని మనసు ఈజీగా కృష్ణుడికి అట్రాక్ట్ అవుతారు. ఎన్వియస్నెస్ లేకుండా, డివోటీస్ అంటే నో ఎన్వీ, నో జెలసీ లేకుండా. ఎన్వీ జెలసీ అంటే తెలుగులో అసూయ లేకుండా. సారీ అమ్మా, తెలుగు నాకు అంత పర్ఫెక్ట్గా రాదు. మాకు కేంద్రీయ విద్యాలయ స్కూల్లో తెలుగు సబ్జెక్ట్ లేదు. సో somehow I'm struggling. Yeah. So this is about first. Now tell me the second. We are trying to create the order of bhakti here. Any of pure bhakti is the one everyone knows, because Krishna has been talking about pure bhakti all along in the Bhagavad Gita. Now Harish, what is the second priority? Highest you said bhakti, pure bhakti. What is the second? Second question. Which is the next priority? Priority mein highest is pure bhakti. What is the next you feel along this? Come on, you can do it. Guess చేయటమే కదా, తప్పు చెప్పిన పనిష్మెంట్ లేదు. Universal form? Are you sure? Why? Universal form, then why? If not, what? If that, why? ఓన్లీ 5 సెకండ్లు మాత్రమే ఉంది. కమా. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఈజ్ గెస్ను తప్పైనా పర్లేదు. ఓకే, యూనివర్సల్ ఫామ్ మాతాజీ గెస్ చేశారు. ఎనీ అదర్ గెసెస్? ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఈజ్ మిక్స్డ్ భక్తి. Mixed bhakti, because the mixed bhakti is the one you are approaching the Lord. Okay, you are approaching the correct person, but there కృష్ణ కొంచెం మంచి ఇల్లు కూడా చూపిస్తే బాగుంటుంది, ఒక మంచి ఉద్యోగం కూడా చూపిస్తే బాగుంటుంది. యు ఆర్ విత్ లిటిల్ ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్ యు ఆర్ గోయింగ్ అండ్ గోయింగ్ టువర్డ్స్ కృష్ణ. సి, టార్గెట్ ఈస్ గుడ్, హీ ఈస్ అప్రోచింగ్ కృష్ణ ఓన్లీ, అండ్ హీ ఈస్ డూయింగ్ భక్తి ఆల్సో. బట్ అప్పుడప్పుడు నెల 2 నెలలకు ఒకసారి కొంచెం కృష్ణ కొంచెం ఇది ఉంటే కొంచెం చూడకపోయా, కొంచెం బాగుంటుంది, మా పిల్లలకి మంచి స్కూలు, నాకు మంచి జాబ్, కొంచెం శాలరీ బాగా ఈ మార్కెట్లో జాబ్ మార్కెట్లో బాగా కాంపిటీషన్ ఉంది, ఈ మధ్య అందరికీ బీభత్సమైన శాలరీలు ఇస్తున్నారు, నాకు ఇక్కడ కరెంట్ కంపెనీలో జాబ్ రావట్లేదు, సో ప్లీజ్ గివ్ మీ గుడ్ జాబ్ నో. వై ఐఎమ్ కోటింగ్ దిస్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్? బికాస్ ఐ గాట్ ఏ న్యూ జాబ్ 5 months back. So okay, so mixed bhakti is the next one, wherein you are approaching the right person and you are performing bhakti also, but sometimes you mix with some needs also. So that is mixed bhakti. Come on, next, what is the third one? What is the third one? Any other answers?
Can we say mixed bhakti is nothing but pure bhakti plus some expectations?
Yes, you can say. No, Mataji, you can't mix, because pure bhakti is itself means selfless. So you can't pure bhakti plus expectation. You can't say Mataji. You have to say mixed bhakti, because once you are saying pure bhakti plus some expectation, pure bhakti itself means no expectation at all. Only expectation is I have to satisfy the senses of the Lord. That's it. That is the only expectation. So you can't tell mixed bhakti as pure bhakti plus expectation, because pure bhakti itself means no expectations.
Pure bhakti is a refined form of mixed bhakti.
Yeah. Next step, yes, you can say pure bhakti. Once the mixed bhakti is perfectly performed at the peak, probably you might reach pure bhakti. So no, you can't call mixed bhakti as pure bhakti plus expectations. No, we can't call. Okay, what is the third one?
Demigod.
Demigod worship. Any other answers? Huh? Yes, universal form. Third one is universal form, and we need to understand, this universal form is also a worship of Supreme Personality of Godhead, and usually the yogis do. Yogis usually meditate on the universal form of the Lord, and since it's also an expansion of the Lord, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, it is accepted. It is accepted, and it is fine. It is fine to have, but the priority wise, third one is the universal form, wherein it's a temporary material form what Lord has expanded into. So that's also fine. Rather than worshipping nothing, it's better to worship universal form. Nothing wrong about it. Okay. Yeah, third one is universal form. Fourth one,
Demigod.
are you sure? 100%? Yes. Fourth one is demigod worship, and we need to understand that there is a difference between bhakti and worship. I mean, bhakti is devotion, worship is not devotion. There is a difference between puja and bhakti, puja and bhajan. Puja you do to the demigods with expectation, material expectation. Bhakti is something which you do without any expectation. మీరు పూజ చేస్తున్నారంటే మీకు ఏదో ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్ ఉందని అర్థం. మీరు భక్తి చేస్తున్నారంటే మీకు ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్ లేదని అర్థం. గెటింగ్? పూజ అండ్ భక్తి. మీరు ఒక పలానా దేవుడిని కొలుస్తున్నారు, పలానా దేవుడికి పూజ చేస్తున్నారంటే ఆ దేవుడికి ఎందుకు పూజ చేస్తున్నారంటే యు ఆర్ ఓన్లీ ఎక్స్పెక్టింగ్ సంథింగ్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ ద డెమిగాడ్. లార్డ్ శివ, Lakshmi Devi, Saraswati Devi, all the gods you are doing puja only for certain. If you can't say that I am performing bhakti towards Shiva and Saraswati Devi or Lakshmi Devi. No, you can't say that. You are performing puja only. Yeah, we need to understand that, because the literal meaning of bhakti is devotion, not worship. You need to understand that. Okay, so demigod worship, so there is a difference between bhakti and worship, as I told. And last one, anyhow, that is the only thing left, which is nothing but impersonal worship. Okay, impersonal worship, this is the order, highest order: pure bhakti, mixed bhakti, universal form, demigod worship, and impersonal worship. So this is the order on which it works. And now this impersonal worship is the one which we discuss in detail in this chapter. Okay, now the question is, of all these, Arjuna comes under which category? Come on. Of all these 5 categories, Arjuna comes under which category?
Mixed.
Any more answers? Pure, mixed, anything else?
No, he is Android. So pure.
Okay, pure, mixed. Any other third option? Since he requested for showing universal form, he is a universal form worshipper. No? Okay, he is in pure bhakti stage. Arjuna is in pure bhakti stage. Okay, he is already a surrendered soul, and always he is having a high regard about Krishna, and he has been acting with lot of response since childhood itself. But now this is the situation where he was knowing about Krishna's glories much beyond the limits. Okay, so this is what Arjuna wanted to know. So Arjuna wanted to know if Krishna likes personalists or impersonalists. Obviously he likes, but all these questions Arjuna is asking from the last chapter itself, not for himself, for the humanity to come in future. They might be having all these questions, so he is asking for us all these questions. It doesn't, whatever the questions Arjuna is asking, it doesn't mean that Arjuna is not having respect or reverence towards Krishna. He's already having it, and whatever the subsequent questions, whatever he is asking with Krishna, it is only for us. It's not that he is not having conviction, he is not having faith. No, he is asking for entire eternity or for the humanity for to come in the later stages. That is for people like us. So he wanted to know whether Krishna likes personalists or impersonalists. So,
I mean, in middle of the war, why would he be asking for others?
yeah, middle of the war, okay. Because it is important. It is important to know. Again, this particular situation might not come, and this is the relevant topic to discuss. And you know, Mataji, Krishna has spent almost 1 to 1.5 hours in the battle to tell Bhagavad-Gita, but it is only the summary. There are a lot of Uddhav Gita is there. Uddhav Gita is a much more elaborate explanation, where it is a conversation between Uddhava and Krishna. I think you might have heard about it. That is more elaborate. But since these topics are relevant here, and this universal form he has not shown to anyone. It was shown only to Arjuna. No one. Actually, to Duryodhana also he has shown, but only glimpse of it. When he went as a Shantidut, he has shown to Duryodhana also, but he said that Krishna is a magician. That's why he is doing magic, gimmick and all. Maya. He also shown to Yashoda Mata also, but she didn't believe in his mouth. So only glimpse of universal form Krishna has shown, but 100% IMAX, Dolby system and all he has shown to only Arjuna. No other person has seen it, Mataji. Okay, so since he has seen it, and Krishna is stressing to perform devotion towards him in personal form, impersonalist topic is relevant. That's why he has asked.
To Arjuna and Sanjay.
Arjuna only. Whatever the conversation which is happening between Krishna and Arjuna, it's already done, and you know, right? It's already done. You need to understand that Arjuna and Krishna conversation and Sanjaya and Dhritarashtra conversation, it's not happening at the same time. It is a live, the recording of it Sanjaya is going through. Okay. The recorded version Sanjaya is repeating, and this recording, when it starts, when Bhishma falls on the ground. Pardon? Yeah. After on the 10th day, after Bhishma falls, then Dhritarashtra is in shock, and then he starts or narrates the part from beginning. The recording he plays to Dhritarashtra.
But Sanjay also could see the form, right?
Yes, he could see. He could see, but it was not live. It was recording only. He could see. Yes, he could see. Okay.
But others could not see.
No, others could not see. Because even Sanjaya also seen it, because he was having a Divyachakshu given by Vyas Muni. Okay. So now so Arjuna asks a relevant question of impersonalists. So what about you, Krishna? Whom do you like? Krishna? And he plays that. But before that, let me show you one video. You have to tell me what is happening in this video. Okay? Okay. Carefully see the video and tell me what is happening. What is happening? क्या हुआ? What did happen? Please. ఏం జరిగింది అక్కడ?
The boy is trying to get the attention of the girl.
Yes. Boy is trying to gain the attention of the girl. Gain the attention of the girl. That's right. Anything else? Anything else?
But he didn't like to spend time for eating food or anything, but
Yeah. Basically, he was trying to impress the girl, or he was trying to gain the attention of the girl, or he was trying to get the acknowledgement from the girl that he likes you or not, and he was verifying whether you like me or not. So, like this kind of act he was doing in the video, right? So, similarly, Arjuna was also in love with Krishna, and he wanted to see if he likes him or not. Okay, he wanted to know, to check whether Krishna's eyes are on him or not, or he wanted to check whether Krishna is liking whatever the attention or whatever the love he has or devotion towards him, whatever devotion he has towards Krishna, whether Krishna is acknowledging or confirming that he loves me. Okay, Arjuna loves me, genuinely he loves me, right? Some people, they only for the sake of maintaining relation they give a smile. బట్ లోపల ఈడు వచ్చాడయ్యా, ఎప్పుడు వెళ్తాడో దరిద్రుడు లోపల అనుకుంటాం. ఎస్, రైట్. బట్ హూ ఆర్ హ్యావింగ్ ఎ జెన్యూన్ లవ్, they will show, right? They will show out that I love you with what are the gestures. Ask him to go to restaurant, or go have a time together, chit chatting together, or spending time together. So these kind of things we do, right? So similarly, Arjuna is also trying to understand whether Krishna is liking him or not. So in this way, Arjuna asks, like, I am a personalist, I like the personal form of Krishna, I am a personalist, but what about impersonalist? So Arjuna inquired in the first sloka itself. Arjuna inquired, which are considered to be more perfect, those who are always properly engaged in your devotional service, or those who worship the impersonal Brahman or the unmanifested? So very first sloka itself, he asked whether Krishna you like personalists or like pure devotees, or impersonalists who dwell on other unmanifested forms like impersonal Brahman. So that's what Arjuna asked. Now the lesson out of it is, love is not one-sided. చాలామందికి ఏ ఒపీనియన్ ఉంటుందంటే, అంటే పేరుకి చెప్తారు కానీ ఓన్లీ వన్ సైడ్, దేవుడు దండం పెట్టుకుంటాం కానీ ఏం రెసిప్లికేషన్ లేదు. వన్ సైడ్ లవ్. ఐ థింక్ దేర్ ఇస్ వన్ సాంగ్ ఆల్సో, వన్ సైడ్ లవ్ వేరా ఎంతో బెటరు, some song is there, I think. So a lot of people have that when we perform devotion towards Krishna, it's only one-sided love, when he is not responding or reciprocating by his gestures. It's not like a gesture what we personally it might not need. For example, a kid comes and Amma nu chadavamannava kada nenu chadivanu, I have read whatever you told, I did the homework. Then he or she gives a chocolate. Reciprocation is there. But Krishna's reciprocation is much higher. And and for giving Krishna's reciprocation, there is no need for Krishna to come personally and reciprocate. He will arrange the things accordingly. When he is able to arrange the things, why he has to come personally? And believe me, Prabhuji and Mataji's, whatever the last 5 years, I think 2023, it's been almost more than 5 years now, me being in ISKCON, I have seen lot of examples in my personal life and in lot of examples in devotees' life also, how Krishna reciprocates when you are serving him. And sometimes Krishna has no other choice for reciprocating to the devotees, but devotees have been working for him like kith and kin, 100% for him. There is no other choice for him, he has to reciprocate. And believe me, Prabhuji and Mataji, I have seen personally in so many devotees' lives that how Krishna reciprocates. So we need to understand that love is not one-sided. One who loves is always curious to know or have the anticipation whether the beloved is satisfied with him or not. If such anticipation is not there, there is no life in that love. అంతే కదా ఇప్పుడు ఇఫ్ షీ ఈస్ నాట్ రెస్పాండింగ్ దెర్ ఇస్ నో కిక్, రైట్? ఇట్ కెన్ బి ఎనీ రిలేషన్, హస్బెండ్ వైఫ్, ఫాదర్ సన్. నాకు ప్రేమ ఉంది, నేను నీతో టైం స్పెండ్ చేయను. ఐ లవ్ మై వైఫ్ ఓన్లీ బిట్వీన్ ఇన్ సండే బిట్వీన్ 2 afternoon 1 to 3, దట్స్ ఇట్. డస్ ఇట్ హ్యావ్ ఎ మీనింగ్? ఇఫ్ యూ లవ్ సమ్మన్, ఇట్ షుడ్ బి 100% selfless. You need to love. And the same reciprocation also would be there. It's not only you love, when he or she also might be loving. Even father and son also. And any relation, when that there is no meaning or no life to that love if you are not continuing that in that relation. Am I making the point clear? Any questions, please kindly ask without any hesitation. Okay. Now, Arjuna is asking, who is the perfect knower of yoga? Attaining you. So who is the perfect knower of yoga or attaining you? Yoga is reunion. Attaining you, how to reach you? So he is asking, a devotee or a impersonal mediator? So a devotee, a person who loves or performs devotion towards your personal form, or a personalist or impersonalist meditator. That's what Arjuna asks. So all these things are mentioned in this shloka, like 12.2 and 12.6.7. It is mentioned in the 6.7. It is mentioned in the this chapter, and 3, 4, 5 shlokas it is mentioned about impersonalist. Now we try to discuss much about it. So here Krishna mentions the personalists, they are the best. Krishna confirms in 12.2 that the personalists are better and they are the best. Then Arjuna asks, what about the impersonalists? What happened to them? What about impersonalists? Tell me one thing, impersonalists, are they doing anything wrong? Impersonalists, are they doing any large crime? No, right? No, right? Yeah. Now, the thing is, among them, which is the best? Krishna confirms that personalists are the best. Then Arjuna asks, what about the impersonalists? What happens to them? Krishna is saying that at last they will achieve me, Arjuna. Probably not in this life. Probably they might take couple of lesser times, but they will eventually achieve me. He is saying. He is not completely saying that it is wrong, it and all. In fact, Krishna confirms also in the Bhagavadgita that the kind of impersonalist practices or yoga they are doing, that is wrong. The process what they are doing is wrong. That's what Krishna confirms in Bhagavadgita. Okay. So, to understand this impersonalism,
He says wrong or he says right, very tough.
the process of it is wrong. In fact, no, the impersonalists, the kind of yoga they do, they are not doing correctly. They are not doing correctly. That's what Krishna mentioned. What are the yogic practices people are doing, they are not doing correctly. That's what is mentioned by Krishna. So now to understand a bit on what this impersonal is about. Now, a question to everyone here. Question for everyone. Please tell me. What is the question? How many kinds of super souls are there? How many kinds of super souls are there? Come on. How many types of antaryamis are there? Or how many kinds of super souls are there? అంతర్యామి అన్న సూపర్ సోల్ అన్న ఒకటే, కానీ ఎన్ని రకాల సూపర్ సోల్స్ ఉన్నాయి? 3 are there. క్షీరోదాక్షాయ విష్ణు, గర్భోదాక్షాయ విష్ణు and కారణోదాక్షాయ విష్ణు. 3 all are super souls only. క్షీరోదాక్షాయ విష్ణు, that person, that kshirodakshaya form of super soul is the one who is residing in each and every living entity within us. Kshirodakshaya Vishnu is not only there in humans, in each and every insect, animal, every living entity. That Kshirodakshaya form of super soul or Paramatma is there in every living entity. Now, another is Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Garbhodakshaya Vishnu is a super soul specific to one Brahmanda. We are belonging to one Brahmanda. And Karnodakshaya Vishnu is the one from where multiple Brahmandas come. So these are the three Antaryamis or three kinds of super souls. Okay? Now, to understand this impersonalist, we will take an example or we will tell a story. I think everyone know what is this? Are you sure? It is train? 100%? Good. So this is train. Now I know it is a rarity when in the city especially everyone know what train is. But believe me, I am coming from a village background, a village by name Akkapalli in Prakasam district near Geddudur. I come from that village, and that village I know lot of people in that village who don't know train. Can you believe it? And not now, but when in my childhood, there are a lot of people in that village who have never seen train, and they might have heard the term train, but they have never seen train. How the travel in the train would be there? Can you ever imagine people like that also would be there? Or can you ever imagine people might be there who has not travelled in train? Right? But it is around 1980s or 1990s. In my village, there are some good amount of people in my village who have not travelled through train, but they know the term train. Now, there was one traveller in that who usually travels a lot around the India, travels around by train, and he goes to a remote village, his village, and tells the villagers or the close villagers, saying that I came by train when I had a lot of journey, I did it and all. And villagers were curious, what is this train? They were asking him, what is this train? Then he was giving a lot of explanation. Train is the one which takes a lot of people from one place to other place, and it decreases the time difference in and all. But still, they were not able to understand what is train. Then, among the villagers, they have chosen 3 intelligent villagers. The Mukhya or the Sarpanch there, he has chosen 3 among the lot. What are the villagers were there? He has chosen 3 intelligent villagers among the lot, and he orders them to go along with this guy to show the train. And after seeing these 3, they should tell what train is to the villagers. That's it, right? When their own people, they see the kind of communication what he makes, people might understand. So he goes along with those 3 villagers to the station. Okay, so he goes along with these 3 villagers to the station. Then the train comes. Train from far on the station. Before train comes to the station, what happens? What's your name? Soham. What happens? Before train coming to a platform, what happens? How do you know that train is coming? Sound. What sound it gives? So what kind of sound it makes? What kind of sound it makes, train? What kind of sound train makes? Come on. You are only having 10 seconds. I don't know. Okay. So before train comes, as you said, a big horn comes. Pong, like this sound comes, right? Then after sound comes, then if you see from a distance, how it appears? A big light appears, right? Big light appears. And so that guy and these 3 villagers were standing on a platform. And all of them see from where the sound is coming. And then a big light, first light appears. And one first villager asks that guy, what is that light is coming, what is that? Yeah, that is train only, he says. Oh, that is train, huh? Wonderful. Like that he runs back to village. And people say that, hey, wait, still it is there, wait, but he doesn't. Oh, that's train only, no? Like that he goes to village, runs, that he should be the first one to tell what train is. Okay, he sees the light in front light of the engine, and once he knows that it is train, he runs back to village to tell, in an anxiety to tell the villagers that I am the first person to see the train is, and he wanted to describe what train is. Now, now on the platform there are only two villagers and that guy. Now the train comes near, and he doesn't stop. It's when it comes to platform, it slow downs, right? Right? It slow downs, right? So yeah. And when it slows down, what will you see? When it slowly goes on a platform, what will you see?
Number of gopis.
What will you see? Will you see engine? No, engine will be going in the front. But after engine goes, you are standing on a platform, slowly the train comes. So slowly, what will you see? Each box. What is the box called? Coach, compartment. Okay? So, then second villager asked that guy, what is this? Is this the train, right? This is the train. These many boxes are there. Oh, this is the train. Then he runs. Okay, I have seen the train, he runs. That guy tells, wait, still some more is there. But he doesn't wait. Okay, he has seen the train. He goes in anxiety that when compared to the third villager, I am the person who has seen the train completely, and he goes to village and tries to tell what train is. Now, the first villager, who is more intelligent, he waits till the train is stopped on the platform, and he goes with that guy inside the train, and he sees that inside the train there are seats to sit, there are what do you say, berths are there to sleep, there is a wash basin to wash, there are washrooms, there are lunch provision candidates who are coming to give the lunch and all food. Bed also is there, yes. AC is also there. Right? So, all these things, he sees the features of the train, how the train is, what kind of train is. So, he sees. Then, both the guy and the first villager, they go back to the village. Now, the question, who is the most intelligent villager? Last one. Last villager is the intelligent villager. Now, here, the thing is, we need to understand, are you able to correlate why I have given this example? What I wanted to show or tell by quoting this example? Something about impersonalists. The thing is, first person is compared to the person who are, or impersonalists, who are more concerned about the impersonal form or a Brahman form of the Lord, because he has seen only the light, right? So the Brahman is nothing but the effulgence emanating from the Lord. That is Brahman. So the first villager, he has seen the light of the train, and he thought that is the train. So first villager is compared to the Brahman impersonalists who try to do meditation on the light. Now, second villager, so this Brahman, understanding is impersonal, all pervading. So we need to understand which among this. Now the second one is the second villager who has seen the train, physical structure he has seen. So that first one is the Brahman realization, second one is the Paramatma realization. Paramatma is four-handed form, or the super soul which is there in us, that is Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. And Kshirodakshaya Vishnu is in which form? How many hands are there? How many? Chala doubt vastund samadhanam. 400 form. So the 4-handed form is the Kshirodakshaya Vishnu which is there in us, super soul, and he sees the structure, and the second person also sees the structure of the train and leaves. So he is compared to the Paramatma realization, or the yogis who know that Paramatma, 4-handed form. And last one is the Bhagavan realization, where he sees Bhagavan in all the 6 opulences. What are the 6 opulences? What are the 6 opulences of Bhagavan? Come on, I think everyone can say. What are the 6 opulences of Bhagavan? Number 1? Come on. Aishwarya, wealth.
Power. Shakti.
Strength. Strength. Second one is, so person who is the oceanic, who is having wealth in oceanic proportion. Second, strength, who is having strength in oceanic proportion. Third, beauty. Yeah, a person who is having beauty in oceanic proportion. Fourth, knowledge. A person who is having knowledge in oceanic proportions. In fact, knowledge itself is coming from him. Fourth. Fifth. Come on. Wealth, strength, knowledge, beauty, and wisdom is again knowledge only.
Devotion.
No. Krishna, there is no need for him to perform devotion to anyone else. We have to perform devotion to him. So it doesn't. So we are talking about Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is Parasara Muni, father of Vyasadeva, tells that God is one who is full in all the 6 opulences. 6 opulences. Already we told 4. What is the 5th one?
Always truth.
Huh?
Truth. Satyam.
Yes, Satyam. Yeah, that's okay.
Fame.
Fame, yes. 5th one is fame. He is the one with fame in oceanic proportions. He is the most popular in entire spiritual and material worlds. What is the 6th one? 6th one. He is the most renunciate. అంటే ఈజీగా త్యజించగలడు దేన్నైనా సరే. ఈజీగా త్యజించగలడు. సన్యాసం పుచ్చుకోగలడు ఈజీగా. He doesn't mind. Okay, so these all the 6 opulences are in full. Then he is Bhagavan realization. Okay, so that's what he talks about. So what is the train we have seen? Yeah, these are the components. So the first one is the one where he has seen the entire, what is train, what are the features of a train, what it provides, what kind of things a train does, and all this is in, so that is Bhagavan. So Supreme Person with 6 opulences, and here various paths are shown, like for getting a Brahman realization or Paramatma realization, we can perform meditation, or Brahman realization is the path of knowledge, and Paramatma realization is path of meditation, dhyana. So Vipassana meditation comes under both. So these are the various paths what we do, and what is the result of it? We get a Brahman realization, that is a formless realization. Even see, Brahman realization is not separated with the Lord, it is also an expansion of the Lord, but it is not the Lord. That's what we need to understand. It is an expansion, or it is a part of a Lord, but it is not the Lord. Yeah. Yes. First we see light probably, but we need to. But there are a lot of people who think that light itself is the ultimate. Without seeing the complete train, you are seeing the light, you are going. Yeah, this is the train I have seen. And they are stuck at that. And you know what? The people, as we have seen, the realization is they stop themselves at Brahman realization only. They think that Brahman realization is the ultimate. Same with Paramatma realization is the ultimate. That's what they think. But Bhagavan realization is the ultimate. And what is the destination of them? Once they leave the body, they will be there in that effulgence only. Lord's effulgence only they will stay. And that doesn't guarantee stopping the cycle of birth and death. Again they will fall. And you know what? I don't know whether I told you before or not. The people who, after leaving the body here, once they reach the Brahman, they will be idle like that for a long time like that. And that kind of people, when they fall down to the material world, they do lot of activities without being sometimes I don't know what kind of example I can quote, but పిల్లవాడిని ఇలా కట్టేసి ఉంచామనుకోండి ఒక 10 గంటలు, 10 గంటలు ఇలా కాళ్ళు చేతులు ఖైదీలాగా ఇలా పెట్టి కట్టేసి ఉంచామనుకోండి 10 గంటలు 2 గంటలు మళ్ళీ తిండి ఇవన్నీ పెడతాం, తిండి అన్నీ పెడతాం, అలానే కట్టేసి ఉంచామనుకోండి 3వ రోజు పోయాక బాగా తిరగాలి ఆడాలి అనే కుతూహలంలో ఉంటారు కదా. అలాగే ఈ బ్రహ్మన్ ఎవరైతే యోగిక్ ప్రాక్టీసెస్ అని మెడిటేషన్ చేసే వాళ్ళు ఉంటారో వాళ్ళు ఆ ఎఫల్జెన్స్లో ఉండిపోతారు. ఆ బ్రహ్మన్, ఆ దేవుడి నుంచి వచ్చే కాంతి, ఎఫల్జెన్స్ ఏమంటారు రోజు తెలుగులో? తేజస్సు. ఆ తేజస్సులో ఉండిపోతారు. తేజస్సులో ఉండిపోయాక అక్కడ కొంతకాలం అలానే సైలెంట్గా ఉంటారు, ఏమి యాక్టివిటీ ఉండదు. అలాంటి వాళ్ళు మళ్ళీ కింద పడతారు, భూమి మీద పడతారు. పడంగానే అలాంటి వాళ్ళు ఏంటంటే అలసట లేకుండా పనులలో బిజీగా ఉంటారు. దే ఎంజాయ్ డూయింగ్ యాక్టివిటీ. కొంతమంది చూసారా, చాలామంది ఫిలాంథ్రఫిక్ యాక్టివిటీ చేస్తుంటారు, దాన ధర్మాలు చేస్తుంటారు, అసలు అలుపే రాదు వాళ్ళకి. అలాంటి వాళ్ళు అంటే ఒకప్పుడు ఇలా బ్రహ్మన్ రియలైజేషన్ నమ్ముకొని అలా ఉన్నవాళ్ళు అనమాట. సో అలాంటి వాళ్ళు కింద పడినప్పుడు దే ట్రై టు డూ లాట్ ఆఫ్ యాక్టివిటీస్ వన్స్ దే ఫాల్ డౌన్, బికాస్ దే హ్యావ్ బీన్ రెస్టింగ్ ఫర్ ఎ లాంగ్ టైమ్ దేర్ అండ్ దే ఆర్ క్రేవింగ్ ఫర్ యాక్టివిటీస్. క్లియర్? Yeah, so that is Brahma realization. So destination is they will be reaching the impersonal from Brahma Jyoti, that is ఆ తేజస్సులో ఉండిపోతారు. Next, this also the same, Paramatma realization also the same. But here in Bhagavan realization, a person reaches the Vaikuntha Lokas or Goloka where you will never return. So that's what Krishna stresses. Path of meditation or Dhyana Yoga is different meditation, Vipassana, zero, కాన్సన్ట్రేట్ ఆన్ జీరో, కాన్సన్ట్రేట్ ఆన్ లైట్ చెప్తుంటారా, విన్నారా? చాలామంది మీరు ఏం చేయక్కర్లేదండి, మీరు దేవుణ్ణి అచీవ్ చేయాలంటే, అల్టిమేట్ గోల్ అచీవ్ చేయాలంటే ఆ లైట్ని చూస్తూ ఉంటారంట, ఆర్ ద కాంతి ఆర్ లైట్ ఆర్ వాట్ ఆర్ ద జీరో దే సే. సో వీ నీడ్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్ దట్ దట్ పాత్ ఆఫ్ మెడిటేషన్, దే వాంటెడ్ టు ఎంప్టీ యువర్ మైండ్. when they do meditation, they wanted to empty your mind. మైండ్లో ఉన్న చెత్త ఆలోచనలు ఎంప్టీ చేయాలనుకుంటారు, విచ్ ఇస్ నథింగ్ రాంగ్, నాట్ రాంగ్ అబౌట్ ఇట్. ఓకే, దే వాంటెడ్ టు ఎంప్టీ యువర్ మైండ్ అండ్ ఇట్ హ్యాస్ ఫుల్ ఆఫ్ డర్ట్. And they recommend to stop desiring. But humans or any living entity can't be without desires. You need to desire, but of a higher goal. They recommend in the meditation, they recommend to stop desiring or to clean the dirt, or whatever the mind it is there, clean the dirt. But they recommend to stop desiring and be silent. And it's not complete and perfect thing. And so many spiritual gurus also recommend the same thing, that we should not have any desires, or we should be sitting silently. Mauna vratam patinchali, maunanga oka moola కూర్చోవాలి. No, our living entity, soul's nature is not that. Soul's nature is not that. Soul is alive even when you are asleep. Can you believe it? మన బాడీకి నిద్ర కానీ సోల్కి నిద్ర కాదు. ఆర్ యూ బిలీవింగ్ ఆర్ నాట్? నమ్ముతున్నారా లేదా? మనం నిద్రపోతున్నప్పుడు సోల్ కూడా నిద్రపోతుంది అనుకుంటున్నారా? జీవాత్మకు నిద్ర లేదు, కొయ్యలేము, కాల్చలేము. దర్ ఆర్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ పారామీటర్స్. So we need to understand that soul has always soul is alive and it is craving for activity. That's what we need to understand. So many spiritual gurus outside in the market who are not there in sampradaya, or who recommend for meditation, they give a wrong picture to the people. That's what we need to understand. So here they say round, దాని మీదే చూసుకోండి, ఒక వస్తువుని చూడండి, దాన్నే చూస్తూ ఉండండి, మీకు కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది, ఫోకస్ వస్తుంది. ఆ ఇదిలో ఉన్నప్పుడు మీకు వేరే ఆలోచనలే రావాలి, ఆ లైట్ మీదే కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ ఉంటుంది, అటే పట్టండి, అలానే ఉండండి, అలానే సమాధి అయిపోండి. దట్స్ వాట్ దే సే. This kind of, you might have seen this setup, right? Anytime, anywhere. So this also, they are also meditating, sitting silently. Vipassana, yeah, Vipassana meditation. So like this, we are having a lot of meditation, encouraging markets outside. I'm not against it, by the way. I'm not against it. We need to understand that what is yoga. Yoga main reason for yoga is, you know the meaning of yoga by the way? Union of soul with super soul. That is yoga. And for uniting that, what kind of activities we do, that is important. Now yoga means tight pants, tight shirts, mats, టైట్ ఫిట్టింగ్. వెళ్ళటానికి కూడా ఫుల్ లిప్స్టిక్ వేసుకుని వెళ్ళాలి, మనం లిప్స్టిక్లు మేకప్ వేసుకుని వెళ్ళాలి. దట్ ఈజ్ యోగా. బట్ వీ నీడ్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్ ద రియల్ పర్పస్ ఆఫ్ యోగా. Yoga is the union of soul and super soul. And what are the activity we do which enhances that particular aspect of unison of soul and super soul? That is yoga. Okay. Even bhakti is also yoga, because that is an activity where you are trying to unite yourself with God. Okay. So like this, we are having a lot of spiritual markets in the spiritual shops in the market. మనకు ఒక పెండెంట్ కొనడానికి చెప్పండి. ఎస్ ప్రభుజీ. Prabhuji, yes Prabhuji. When all the religions, if you understand, no, whether it is Christianity or Islam, we need to understand why these many religions have come. These religions have come for a purpose of ensuring that how people are going back home, back to Godhead. That is the main purpose. Main purpose of any religion, even Christianity and Islam also. Probably in Sanatana Dharma, it is in Bhagavadgita or in our scriptures, the God's description is given more. But in those scriptures, has any time have you heard about in Bible or Quran saying what are the activities God performs from day to night? Have you heard of anything like that in Quran or Islam, Quran or Christianity? And by the way, I am not against Christianity or Islam. Yes.
But depending on few religions, there are only
Formless.
not formless. There are they are not declaring I am God.
తెలుగులో చెప్పండి ప్రభు, తెలుగులో చెప్పండి పర్లేదు.
వాళ్ళ మీరు దేవుడు అంటారు అనకుండా దేవుడికి వచ్చి దేవుడిని చూసే దూతగా చెప్పు.
అంతే. That's what even Christ says, I am the son of the God. Muhammad says, I am the messenger of the God. Shiva says, I am a bhakta of Krishna. Do you believe? Lord Shiva says, right? ఇది ఆరాధనానాం సర్వేషాం విష్ణుం పరం. That's what Shiva says. Lord Shiva says. అందరూ అనుమానంగా చూస్తున్నారు. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? శ్రీరామ రామ రామేతి ఎవరు పాడారు? Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva was singing the glories of Lord Rama. Okay, so Lord Shiva saying that I am worshipping Vishnu. Christ says I am the son of a God. Muhammad says I am the messenger of the God. Krishna says I am God.
That is the religion.
Oh, can you tell me any God saying that I am the God? నాకు చెప్పండి, ఎవరైనా చెప్పండి. Has any God said that I am the God? We respect it. Shiva and Parvati are also gods. Demigods are there. They are father and mother of this material world. Lord Shiva and Lord Parvati, Goddess Parvati, they are father and mother of this material world. We should have that respect. But Krishna is the father of all spiritual and material worlds. It is similar to మీ ఇద్దరు డాటర్ అండ్ మదర్ అండ్ డాటర్, రైట్? Yes. Now she might be daughter of her, but in the company she might be reporting to someone else, right? You can't say that my boss is mother. So Srishtika, in the material world, like in your home, she is your mother, right? Like that, in this material world, Lord Shiva and Parvati are the father and mother, but Supreme Father is the one who is father and mother of everyone. If you take a chain from your mother, at the most you might be remembering your grandmother's name or great grandmother's name. After that you don't remember, right? So like that, if you see the chain, it will be landing up to Krishna. It doesn't mean that we should disrespect the Lord Shiva. He is, best devotee of the Lord. Best devotee of the Lord. So yes, you told right, Satya Prabhu. You mentioned right only. So they themselves never told that they are the Lord, but people have made them Lord. People have made them Lord. And even what the purpose of Bible or Quran also is to make them reach the ultimate abode. That's a different story, that people have tweaked scriptures to suit their current requirements. Okay. So there are different markets outside, and now we will see what kind of impersonalisms are there in the market. What kind of impersonalisms are there in the market, we will see. First one, doesn't matter whom you consider God. You are God. I am God. ఆ కుక్క కూడా గాడే, ఆ పిల్లి కూడా గాడే, అందరు గాడ్లే. తప్పేముంది? బాగుంది కదా ఫిలాసఫీ వినడానికి. దేవుడే లేడు, అందరు దేవుళ్ళే, నేను కూడా దేవుడినే. No, it really attracts, right? Oh, am I really God? Wow, wonderful, no? So this is the one kind of impersonalism. Doesn't matter whom you consider God. పిల్లిదైనా God అనుకోవచ్చు. There are people, Prabhuji's mother. I am surprised actually. In fact, before that I never much thought about it. But once I came to this ISKCON, I have met so many people, and it is very unfortunate that there are people who believes in this concept, and they are again misleading other people also. They think that everything is God. Doesn't matter whom you consider God. Everything is God. Kshirodaksha. No, Mataji. Kshirodakshaya Vishnu is one kind of super soul who resides in each and every living entity.
So that concept.
No, Mataji. Here he is talking about the bodies. There are some set of people who believe that everything what you see around you is a God. Mayavada philosophy. Everything is a God. See, whatever the things you see, it might be coming from the God, but it doesn't mean that it is God.
No, I'm still confused. In Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, you said that in every living entity
Yes.
is there.
Yes.
Right? So that's what the first point says. No? In every living entity, you consider that God.
Very, very wonderful question, Mataji. Very wonderful question. If you are really considering God in that consciousness, it is 100% right. But if you are having that consciousness that everything is God on a bodily platform, I am talking about the people who are doing it on a bodily platform. Okay, dog is there, yes, Paramatma is there in dog also. I am not saying that if dog is appearing, beat it. No, we are in our Goshala earlier, 3 years back, in our Vaishnava Seva Kunj Goshala, we used to have a dog by name Jackie. You know Jackie, Prabhu? Have you heard of it? No, right? Yeah, I think by that name you are not there. Jackie, one dog was there. That Jackie, when we are taking Gomatas to grazing, Jackie also used to come along with us to make all the Gomatas in a proper line. So we used to tell him, Jackie, go and make that Tulsi Mataji. Tulsi Mataji is one of the Gomatas name. So in a proper direction. Then it used to bark, and it used to make Gomata in a proper direction. So we are not against any living entities. We used to have Jackie, a dog in our Vaishnava Seva Kunj, and in my village, my elder kid, when she was a kid, it used to like cat. Its name, it doesn't have any name. Elsa. She gave a name, Namakarna, to that cat in our house as Elsa. At that time, what was that famous movie? Frozen. With that Frozen movie, that Elsa character, she got attracted very much, and she named the cat as Elsa. So we are not encouraging. We should not love other animals, but we need to differentiate that it's a part and parcel of the Lord, and we need to respect other living entities also. But we should not respect in such a way that it is God. which we can have, that we should see Paramatma in each and every living entity, but we should not make that living entity as a God in a bodily platform. Okay, that's what it talks about. Doesn't matter whom you consider God. Then what is there, even if that is a funda, dog also, Paramatma is there, we can put a dog in the temple and do Abhishekam, no? What is wrong in it? No, we should not do that. Okay, yeah, but again it doesn't mean that we should hate or not. We should love the entities. And that's the problem. Have you heard about Bharat Maharaj pastime, where in the final stages of his life he got too much attached to the deer. జింకతో సాన్నిధ్యం ఎక్కువ పెంచుకున్నాడు. అటాచ్మెంట్ ఏమంటారే తెలుగులో, అటాచ్మెంట్ అంటే అనుబంధం ఎక్కువ పెంచుకున్నాడు జింకతో, భరత్ ముని. Then with that attachment, no, he got so much loved, and it used to sleep with him, he used to cuddle, and lot of things he used to do. Then in the final stages of when he was leaving the body, he remembered the deer. That is not the goal. Our goal is to remember the Lord while at the point of leaving our body. And he took the birth again as a deer. What to talk about when pet owners now? Their kids are away from them and they are killing time with the pet, and they are getting attached to the pet. ఏంటి దీపావళి వస్తుందండి, పాపం టపాసులు పేలుతున్నాయి, మా కుక్కకి చాలా ఇబ్బంది, చాలా వద్దండి, అంత గట్టిగా పేల్చమాకండి, లైట్గా పేల్చండి. As if they are wonderful animal lovers. On the same Sunday, again they will bring chicken, mutton and eat. They will not have sympathy on them. They will have sympathy on the dog, what they are having. What a bullshit reasoning, especially in the colony WhatsApp groups, no? Please, soft, this thing they play, they quote. I will give left and right in the group. So this is about that proposition Mataji. Many forms of impulse, doesn't matter whom you consider God. That's the kind of thing. Second one is Guru says he is God. Bogus gurus. I am God. The foolish part is, the people also believe that. How can a man say that he is God? And funny part is, when rich people also go and pay lakhs and lakhs of rupees for this Matajis and some Mata, some Pita, some God.
Prabhuji, in Krishna, like Krishna said he is God. So other people like us at that time, nobody believed him. Right?
Who?
Krishna.
Krishna.
Other people did not believe him. Lot of people did not believe
Yes.
him. Right? So it's always, we'll never know. How do we know that? Like in Krishna time only, suppose I was there.
Yes, we were there.
So if he's saying he's God, should I believe or should I not believe?
Mataji, for that only we need to take shelter of devotees. And to the point, Mataji, and you are lucky in a way that you are born in India. And one surprising fact is, in this entire globe, let us consider this globe or all the countries, there are a lot of living entities living. It is 100% confirmed that even a person who is living in Somalia, he will be given at least one chance to come towards God. And yes, we were there when Krishna was there 5,000 years back. And yes, we were given an opportunity. It doesn't mean that Krishna himself has to come to you and tell God, but you were given, I was given an opportunity to come to God through devotees, but we never paid attention. No, I'm coming to that point. Why I can believe, why I not believe? So, for believing on Krishna, or leave about Krishna, any God, for believing on God, you will be getting minimum one chance of knowing him. But you need to grab the opportunity. If you are not grabbing an opportunity, then you have to take birth, Mataji. And how I will be knowing that Krishna is God or not? Devotees will come in your life, Mataji. Devotees will certainly come in your life. If not once, minimum once they will be coming, Mataji. Minimum once. Yeah, please. Chip.
Why I should believe that Krishna is a God? Whatever pastimes he has done.
Yes, the kind of pastimes, by the kind of pastimes has anyone did it? First of all, we need to believe that the kind of pastimes can any normal human being do. Now the point is, we are not in a situation to believe that are these really the pastimes performed in real? These pastimes might be stories also, right?
No, not like that. During there are pastimes.
Hmm.
So, okay, hearing those stories, yeah, there is something that we
Yes.
can think of. On the similar lines, if we think of gurus, if suppose they have done some miracles.
Ah.
So, hearing that, should I be convinced that the guru is
Mataji, are the gurus, first point, are the gurus coming in Sampradaya?
maybe there
No, if you are saying maybe Mataji, you are giving some kind of, you are having a soft corner for some gurus who are there in non-Sampradaya also. When you say maybe, right?
No, I'm just giving an example, just in case if they are that, and how to see if now we are reading as a third person about this and we are talking about
Yeah.
it. We can understand it easily.
Yes.
Okay, Krishna is God. But at that time, when he is saying I am God, it is not easy for it was not very easy for anyone to believe, right? So similarly now anyone saying the Guru or saying that I am God. So me as a devotee of that Guru or any other person, how should I understand that? How should I take it? Why should I not believe? Why should I believe is not okay. As Krishna's pastimes, okay, if the Guru is having some past miracles he has done and cured people and all, it's one thing. But why should I not believe?
Why should I not believe?
Or how should I not believe? Okay, he has done so many things.
Mataji, first of all, Sampradaya, whoever Guru belonging to any that four Sampradayas, they won't say that I am God. So, apart from Sampradayas, probably they'll say, but that's what understanding is. Guru belonging to Sampradaya, only we believe only those Gurus, that's it.
And
you have that eagerness to know. Nobody will say. You have that eagerness which path is not right. So automatically that Guru, he himself
They come.
so,
Krishna lifted
Lord and Giri.
let them lift one stone.
anyway, the point is, Mataji, the gurus who are there in Sampradaya, they will never ever say that I am God. I am God. And in fact, let me tell you one story. With Srila Prabhupada happened. One disciple, out of sheer love, out of love towards Srila Prabhupada, you are saying, Prabhupada, you are really a God. God, he said, he quoted himself or addressed him as a God. Then he felt very angry. How can I be God? I am servant of the God, like that he said. So, but unfortunately, there are non-Sampradayas who, Mataji, believe me, if someone says that who is God, there is no more foolish person than you. If you are staying there and trying to hear something about God from him, that is unfortunate thing in India. Is in one way, it is good also. In one way, it is good that non-Sampradayas are there. If non-Sampradayas are there, these will Krishna also he will keep that kind of philosophies also aside to sustain, because he don't want devotees to be disturbed by the non-devotees. So non-devotees want that God, let them go, because if they are coming, they are disturbing the devotee community who are really well situated in their platform, and they are fine, happy by performing devotion towards Krishna. They are happy with it, and they like that. In one way, that is good also, because they are not disturbing devotees. So it's not Mataji. Believe me, whatever the people or the non-Sampradaya people are there, they are not going to sustain for long. See, in this, I think I already quoted, I don't want to name it, but there are a lot of non-Sampradayas who got into scams, and after scam, it was completely down. What about the situation of people who have spent time with them for 20 to 30 years and they have left the body before this scam? They might have left the body with a consciousness that particular guy is the ultimate, right? And there is in Bhavishya Puran and Garuda Purana it is said, the people who is cheating in the non-sampradaya, they are going to take birth as a big snake and చలిచీమలు అంటారు కదా, చలిచీమలు లాగా భక్తులు మళ్ళీ జన్మెత్తి ఆ పాము తినేస్తాయట. రాంగ్ ఫిలాసఫీ ప్రాపగేట్ చేసేవాళ్ళని, బికాస్ హీ ఈజ్ నాట్ ఓన్లీ ఇంపాక్టింగ్ హిమ్సెల్ఫ్ బట్ హీ ఈజ్ స్పాయిలింగ్ ద సొసైటీ ఆల్సో.
నేను ఒక ఆశ్రమంకి
చెప్పండి.
4 days అడ్వాన్స్ కోర్స్కి వెళ్ళాను.
అడ్వాన్స్ కోర్స్కి వెళ్ళారా?
అడ్వాన్స్ కోర్స్ 4 days అయిపోయింది. ఆ ట్రైనర్స్ అంతా లాస్ట్కి వచ్చి మీరు ఈ కోర్స్ అటెండ్ ఈ కోర్స్ అటెండ్ అమ్మ అంతా బాగానే ఉంది, కానీ దైవ భక్తి గురించి మీరు పెద్దగా ఏం చెప్తలేదు. కృష్ణ ఇది సుప్రీం లాంటి ఆయన గురించి కూడా మీరు కొద్దిగా ఇది చేయండి. కాదు ప్రభు, ఈయనే కృష్ణుడు, ఆ గురువు ఎవరైతే ఉన్నారో ఆయన కృష్ణుడు అని చెప్పేసి.
అంతెందుకు ఆయనే కృష్ణుడు అయితే ఒక సోపు తీసుకొచ్చి ఈ సోపు మీద జస్ట్ ఒక 10 నిమిషాలు ఉంచమని చెప్పాల్సింది. మీరు సోపు తీసుకొచ్చి బాగా సోపు ఉన్న సోపు మీద ఉంచమని చెప్పాలి. కాళియా మీదనే ఆయన నాట్యం చేసిన ఆయన ఇదే అందుకనేనండి. అందుకని యూనివర్సల్ ఫామ్ ఈ విశ్వరూపం ఎందుకు చూపించాడు కృష్ణుడు? రేపు ఎవరైనా దొంగ భావాలు దొంగ వాళ్ళు వచ్చినప్పుడు నీ విశ్వరూపం చూపించిన ఆయన కృష్ణుడు చూపించినట్టు అడగాల మనం. అందుకని ఇప్పుడు భవిష్యత్తులో ఎప్పుడు ఎవరు నోరెత్తకుండా ఉండడానికి కృష్ణుడు విశ్వరూపం చూపించాడు. నేనే రా బచ్చా, నేను గాడ్ నేది. అది. సో ఎనీవే, we have debated a lot, but second point is Guru says he is God. That there are, I don't need to take examples, but there are a lot of people in the spiritual market who say that I am God. There is one man.
And they can show some miracles also.
They will also show miracles also. Jadoo they will do. Something they will bring. And doing this gimmicks is not a big deal, Prabhuji and Mataji. There are still, luckily,
They can have
Siddhis, there are, you don't believe, but there are still Siddhis available in India. Really, believe me. There are still some Siddhas who do these magics. And if you tell me if you are interested, there are a lot of penance required for that. Garima, Lagima, they can decrease the size, or they can decrease the weight, they can become the lightest of the light. There are almost 7 to 8 categories of this gimmicks. Siddhis, you can say. Okay, so this is the second category. And third category is most of them worship Shiva or Ganesha. Most of them worship Shiva and Ganesha. I mean, as they are supreme. Will Ganesha like to be worshipped if Ganesha is really coming to you? I am not saying, Prabhuji, we should not worship demigod, but we should worship demigods with a correct understanding. Ganesha is, we should have a awe and reverence towards Lord Ganesha, that only due to Ganesha only we could read scriptures, right? He was the person who has written scriptures for us. When Vyasadeva was dictating, he was writing, right? He was writing the glories of Krishna, Vishnu. So we should have that respect. Ganesha, please remove obstacles in our way, and please, if any obstacles are coming towards devotion towards Vishnu, please remove them. With that understanding, we should do. Not that गाना क्या है? तुमसे बढ़कर कौन स्वामी, तुमसे बढ़कर कौन. गाना is there, right? देवा हो देवा गणपति देवा तुमसे बढ़कर कौन. Will Ganesha like? If really Ganesha is coming and we are singing, అరే నాతో బడకర్ ఏంట్రా బాబు, అటు సుప్రీం పర్సనాలిటీ ఆఫ్ గాడ్ అంటున్నాడు, ఆయన గురించి ఇన్ని నేను రాశాను రా బాబు, నువ్వు నన్ను బడకర్ అంటావు ఏంట్రా బాబు అంటాడు Ganesha. Will he like? Ganesha will be liking himself to be praised that no other one is bigger than you. అంటే హిందీ రాని వాళ్ళు చెప్తున్నాను, తుమ్సే బడ్కర్ కౌన్ అంటే నిన్ను మించిన వాళ్ళు ఎవరు లేరు గణేష అని చెప్తున్నాం ఆ పాటలు. సో వీ షుడ్ రెస్పెక్ట్ గాడ్, బట్ విత్ కరెక్ట్ కాన్షియస్నెస్. Lord Ganesha has given scriptures for us. Written scriptures were given by him only. He has written all the scriptures when Vyasa Muni was dictating. And you know the condition, right, between Vyasa Muni and Ganesha? What was the condition?
You have to understand and be that right.
Because Ganesha will be coming only with the condition that you have to tell all the scriptures continuously without any gap. Then only I will write and I will go to my abode. Like that he says. Then Vyasadeva, బయో బ్రేక్ అయినా ఉంటుంది, వాషింగ్ కల్లా వెళ్ళాల్సి వస్తుంది కదా, ఎలా అవుతుంది అంటే దెన్ వ్యాసదేవ పుట్స్ ఎ కండిషన్ టు గణేష. ఓకే, ఐ విల్ టెల్ కంటిన్యూస్లీ, బట్ వన్ కండిషన్, ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ ఐటమ్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ఐ సే, శ్లోక ఐ సే, యూ షుడ్ అండర్స్టాండ్ అండ్ రైట్, he says. Then whenever he is getting some urgent work is there, then he will give a complex shloka to Ganesha. He will think, what is the understanding of this shloka, how I need to understand or not. Then that break would be coming, he will do the work and come back, then he will continue. That was the condition between Ganesha and Vyas Muni. Okay, so we are not saying that we should disrespect the demigods, but we should respect the demigods with a proper understanding. Okay, yeah. So that's about Shanti, charge. So that's about third one. And fourth one is, God is there, but Guru is most important. There are some people, God is there, but Guru is most important, and they worship Guru as God, but God is there somewhere in the background. There are so many NGOs. There are so many. Leave. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So, where was I? Most of them were, okay, God is there, but Guru is most important. There are so many organizations or NGOs in spiritual market who talks about Bhagavadgita. Shlokas, that they talk about Bhagavadgitas, but they never talk about Krishna. ఎన్నో ఉన్నాయి, యాక్చువల్లీ ఎన్నో సంస్థలు ఉన్నాయి, వాళ్ళు భగవద్గీతలో ఇది చెప్పారు, అది చెప్పారు, ఈ శ్లోకం చెప్పారు, అది చెప్పారు, కానీ కృష్ణుడి గురించి మాత్రం మాట్లాడరు. కృష్ణుడి గురించి మాట్లాడరు వాళ్ళు. వితౌట్ నోయింగ్ అబౌట్ ఏ పర్సన్, వాట్ విల్ యూ నో అబౌట్ వాట్ హీ సెడ్? ఇది ఇంత సింపుల్ లాజిక్ ఎలా మిస్ అవుతాం మనం? ఇప్పుడు నేను వచ్చేసి, ఏమండి మీరు నాన్ వెజ్ తినొద్దండి, చాలా మంచిది కాదండి, ఇదండి అదండి అని చెప్తాను నేను. పొరపాటున మీరు ఏదో 1 వీక్ 10 days అయ్యాక నేను ఎక్కడో నాన్ వెజ్ తింటూ కనపడితే నా మాటల మీద నాకు రెస్పెక్ట్ ఉంటుందా? మీకు రెస్పెక్ట్ ఉంటుందా? అంటే ఏదో ఒక మంచి విషయం చెప్పాను, ఆ మంచి విషయం నేను చేయలేదు ఎక్కడ బయట, నా మాటల మీద రెస్పెక్ట్ ఉంటుందా? So without knowing about a person, Prabhuji and Mataji are not talking as a Krishna, God and all, I am not talking that perspective. Even in our material relations also, for believing a person's words, first of all you should have the credibility to believe your words, right? You should know about a person, right, when you believe about his words. Is this logic? Is my reasoning right or not? For having a faith or credibility of a person, you should know about a person first. That is the most unfortunate thing. When there are a lot of institutes who talk about Bhagavad-Gita, this is how you need to understand, that is how you need to understand and all, but they never talk about the person who has spoken Bhagavad-Gita. I can 110% I can say what are the personality development books we are having in the market, everything is coming from Bhagavad-Gita, I will say. I will prove also, by the way, I will prove also in the coming slides. Okay, this is the fourth, God is there, but Guru is most important. So they tell that Guru is most important, but God is there. Who is God? We don't know. They are not interested. But Guru is there. Guru is the most important. There are some institutes like that also. Fifth, you are God. You are God. You are God. Same logic. It might be sounding logical also. Indak mana Suma Mataji cheppinattu. What is wrong in it? That logic is not wrong also. She is perfectly asked it. We are, each and every living entity is having a super soul residing in them. Nothing wrong. Yes, you should rest. Why we call Prabhuji and Mataji? Each and every, even for a young kid also we call Mataji or Prabhuji. So we should respect everyone. We should respect everyone, but not treat them as a god. Even Guru also. That some relations, sometimes it's very difficult to understand. Guru and disciple relationship. Disciple should worship Guru as a god, but Guru should never think himself as God. కొన్ని రిలేషన్స్ అలా కొన్ని కాంప్లికేటెడ్ అలానే ఉంటాయి. ఎప్పుడైనా సరే తన గురువుని దేవుడులానే చూసుకోవాలి శిష్యుడు, కానీ గురువు మాత్రం ఎప్పుడు నేనే దేవుడిని అనుకోకూడదు. ఎందుకంటే ఏ రోజు ఆ థాట్ ప్రాసెస్ వచ్చిందంటే ఆ నాలెడ్జ్ అనేది ఫ్లోట్ అవ్వదు కిందికి. గురు శిష్య పరంపరలో దట్ ఈస్ ద ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఆస్పెక్ట్. ద నాలెడ్జ్ ఫ్లోస్ ఇన్ పరంపర విత్ ఎ ప్రాపర్ మూడ్ అండ్ యాటిట్యూడ్. So that's what you, and it feels very nice also, right? You are God, I am God. Wow, what a wonderful identity I have today. Next one, all are one. అందరం ఒకటే. ఆ కుక్క నేను ఒకటే, పిల్లి నేను ఒకటే, దేవుడు నేను ఒకటే, అలా ఏం లేరు. అందరం సమానమే, అందరము సమానమే. ఎంత బాగుంది కదా వినడానికి, రైటా? అందరం సమానం, వినడానికి చాలా బాగుంది కదా. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? యా. సో ఆల్ ఆర్, బట్ we all are one. Yes, one in an aspect that we are part and parcels of the Lord. బట్ ఇప్పుడు ఎలా అంటే, ఒక సముద్రంలో నుంచి నీళ్లు తీసినంత మాత్రాన నేను సముద్రాన్ని అనడానికి లేదుగా. ఇట్ సంథింగ్ లైక్ యూనో, ఏంటి చంద్రమ, తెలుగులో ఇంతకుముందు ఒక సీరియల్ వచ్చేదండి, చంద్రమ చెస్ ప్లేయర్, ఒక సీరియల్ ఏదో వచ్చేది, చంద్రుడు గురించి వస్తుంది టాపిక్. చుక్కల్లో చంద్రుడు కాదు. ఈ డిసైడ్ యూనో, బట్ సంథింగ్ లైక్ యూనో, ఇట్ ఈస్ సెడ్ దట్ ఇన్ మిల్కీ ఓషన్, మీరు పాల పాంపు అంటారు కదా, మన మహావిష్ణువు పాలసముద్రం, ఎస్ పాలసముద్రంలో మహావిష్ణువు విల్ బి లివింగ్ ఆన్ అనంతశేషి. నౌ ఫ్రమ్ దట్ పాలసముద్రం నుంచే చంద్రుడు కూడా వస్తాడట. కానీ అదే పాలసముద్రంలో చాప కూడా ఉంటుంది. సో చంద్రుడు పైకి వెళ్ళంగానే చాప వచ్చేసి అనుకోకూడదు కదా, ఏంటి ఆ చంద్రుడు నేను ఒకటేనని. ఎందుకంటే పాలసముద్రం నుంచే ఇద్దరం వచ్చాం కాబట్టి చంద్రుడు నేను ఒకటే అనుకోవడానికి లేదు. అదే పాలసముద్రం మీద మహావిష్ణువు ఉన్నాడు కాబట్టి దేవుడు నేను ఒకటే అనుకోవడానికి లేదు. సో దట్స్ వాట్ వీఆర్ టాకింగ్ అబౌట్, యూనో, ఆల్ ఆర్ వన్ అనడానికి లేదు. వీఆర్ వన్ ఇన్ క్వాలిటీ. ఇఫ్ యూ టేక్ ఓషన్ వాటర్, the quality might be the same, and we too have that quality in a dormant state, but we can't be equal. Okay, yeah, that's what we talk about. Next, seventh one is more about life, less about God. More about life అంటే డబ్బు ఎలా సంపాదించాలి, సపరేట్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ ఉంది. మంచి పెళ్ళిళ్ళు ఎలా చేయాలి, మ్యారిటల్ ఇది ఉంది, మ్యారేజ్ బ్యూరోస్ ఉన్నాయి, పెళ్ళిళ్ళు ఎలా చేయాలి, మంచి వంటలు ఎలా వండాలి, సపరేట్ ఉన్నాయి. సో ఈ లైఫ్లో ఉపయోగపడ్డారు పర్సనాలిటీ డెవలప్మెంట్ కోర్సులో. స్టేజ్ ఫియర్ ఎలా పోవాలి, క్రికెట్ ఎలా ఆడాలి, డ్యాన్స్ ఎలా చేయాలి. యా, సో మోర్ అబౌట్ లైఫ్ అండ్ లెస్ అబౌట్ గాడ్. అండ్ ఎయిత్ వన్, గాడ్ ఈజ్ లైట్, గాడ్ ఈజ్ లవ్. గాడ్ అంటే ఇలా చూసుకుంటే, ఆ లైట్నే చూసుకుంటూ పోతే కళ్ళు పోతాయి మనకి. There are some people who say that God is light, we need to concentrate our focus on God. There are some, in my childhood days, they used to say that you should try to see the tip of the nose. That is one kind of meditation again. So God is light, God is love. The ultimate goal is zero or light, not spiritual abode. There are some institutes which propagate this also. Ultimate goal is zero, because మనం చనిపోయాక అంత శూన్యమే అని ప్రాపగేట్ చేసే వాళ్ళు చాలామంది ఉన్నారు. మనం తనువు చాలించాక అంత శూన్యమే అని చెప్పేవాళ్ళు ఉన్నారు. కానీ ఈజ్ ఇట్ రైట్? ఈజ్ ఇట్ శూన్యం ఆఫ్టర్ లైఫ్? How many of you strongly, firmly, 100% believe that there is a life after this life? No one is lifting hands. అనుమానం ఉందా? ఇంకా నమ్ముతున్నారా? ఇదేనా లాస్ట్ లైఫ్ అనుకుంటున్నారా? మాస్టర్ ఎత్తట్టు, మీరు చేయతట్లేదు మీరు. నాట్ లెట్ మీ పుట్ ఇట్ ఇన్ తెలుగు. ఈ జీవితం చివరి జీవితమా? దీని తర్వాత వేరే జీవితం ఉండదా? అంటే మనం చనిపోయాక మన చనిపోవడంతో మనకు మొత్తం అయిపోయినట్టేనా నెక్స్ట్ మన జన్మ అంటూ ఉండదా? ఉంటుందా ఉండదా? ఉంటుందా ఉండదా? నేను అడుగుతున్నాను కాబట్టి ఉంటుంది అంటున్నారా? ఖచ్చితంగా ఉంటుంది ప్రభుజీ సార్, మాతాజీ, ఖచ్చితంగా. అది మన మీద డిపెండ్ అయి ఉంటుంది. మనం వేరే జన్మ లేకుండా ఉండాలా లేదా అని మన మీద డిపెండ్ అయి ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, యూ షుడ్ బి క్లియర్ ఆన్ దట్. So lesson is, not everything that appears spiritual is actually so. just as junk food, junk media are available in the market, there is also a lot of junk spirituality. Sri Krishna is the real Jagat Guru. We should learn Gita from him. He is the real Yogeshwara. He is the real Jagat Guru who is teaching all these things. Okay, we need to understand that. So there are no spiritual institutions which are actually talking about spiritual soul, which are we. We are the spiritual souls. What is the nature of spiritual soul? What happens after death? What kind of activities a living entity does? What is the difference between a human birth and other births? Why only bad things happen to good people? Why only good things happen to bad people? What happens after death? What are the secrets of death? No one is interested in knowing all these things. Okay. So Krishna's teaching is supreme yoga, and he is in fact he is a Yogeshwara himself. So there are many forms of impersonalisms what we have seen. So next in 12.5 again Krishna says klesho dikataras tesham, means and that also with great difficulty. So we need to understand that whatever impersonalists are existing in the market, after this impersonalists also, they will be also ultimately reaching me, but with lot of endeavor and lot of lives. You know what, Prabhu Jason Maharaj, I think this topic already we had discussed in the interest of time. Bhakti valla prayojanam enti? Bhakti cheyatam valla prayojanam enti? What is the one of the important reasons of performing bhakti? Why we are performing bhakti? Why we need to perform bhakti?
To know God.
To know God, okay, number one. Anything else? To please God, okay, anything else? I was looking for one more answer. Huh? To cleanse ourselves, that's good. Anything else? One important thing I will tell. Huh? Discipline, okay. Yes, that's the part. Sanjay Prabhu is eager. Actually, bhakti is the only process where it breaks your karma cycle. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మీరు మంచి పనులు చేశారనుకోండి, చాలామందికి ఏం ఒపీనియన్ ఉంటుందంటే మంచి పనులు చేస్తే గిన మంచిది, కానీ మీరు మంచి పనులు చేస్తే గుడ్ కర్మ యాడ్ అవుతుంది, మంచి కర్మలు యాడ్ అవుతాయి. ఆ మంచి కర్మలు అనుభవించడానికి కూడా మళ్ళీ మీరు బతకాలి, మళ్ళీ రావాలి ఈ వరల్డ్లోకి. ఆ మంచి కర్మలు అనుభవించడానికి కూడా మళ్ళీ బర్త్ తీసుకోవాలి, ఆ మంచి కర్మల్ని ఎక్స్పైర్ చేసుకోవాలి. చెడు కర్మలు చేస్తే మీకు తెలిసిందే, చెడు కర్మలు చేస్తే ఎలా మళ్ళీ రావాలి, హెల్లిష్ ప్లానెట్స్కి వెళ్తాం. మంచి కర్మలు చేస్తే మళ్ళీ రావాలి, అది అనుభవించడానికి రావాలి. అంబానీకి ఎంతమంది పిల్లలు? 3 పిల్లలేనా? వాళ్ళు ఏమైనా కష్టపడ్డారా ఇంత వెల్త్ రావడానికి? వాళ్ళు దే ఆర్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ద బెస్ట్ ఇది కదా పిల్లలు. అండ్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ద వెల్త్ దే హ్యావ్ ఎర్న్డ్, ఈజ్ ఇట్ రియలీ ఆర్ ద 3 kids మేకింగ్ ఎనీ ఎఫర్ట్ ఇన్ ఎర్నింగ్ మనీ? చేయాల్సిందంతా వాళ్ళ పైన వాళ్ళు చేశారు. ఆర్ దే ఎర్నింగ్? వాళ్ళు ఎందుకు అలా పుట్టారు? ఎందుకంటే వాళ్ళు పోయిన జన్మలో మంచి కర్మలు చేసుకున్నారు కాబట్టి అక్కడ పుట్టారు. సో మీరు మంచి కర్మలు చేయటం వల్ల మీరు మళ్ళీ జన్మ తీసుకొని ఆ మంచి కర్మను అనుభవించడానికి కూడా మీరు మళ్ళీ పుట్టాలి. కానీ భక్తి వల్ల ఏంటంటే మీ ఎగ్జిస్టింగ్ కరెంట్ స్టేట్ ఏం బ్యాలెన్స్ ఉన్నా కృష్ణ అది బ్రేక్ చేసుకొని తీసుకెళ్ళిపోగలడు. మంచి కార్యాలు అందుకనే మంచి కార్యాలు ఏ చేసినా సరే కృష్ణను సెంటర్ పెట్టి చేశారనుకోండి, అది మంచికి వెళ్ళదు, చెడుకి వెళ్ళదు. చాలామందికి మనకు సమాజంలో ఏంటంటే 2 బ్యాంక్ అకౌంట్లు ఉన్నాయి. మంచి కర్మల బ్యాంక్ అకౌంట్, నెగిటివ్ కర్మల బ్యాంక్ అకౌంటే అనుకుంటారు. కానీ ఇక్కడ 3వ బ్యాంక్ అకౌంట్ కూడా ఉంటుంది, అందరికీ ఉంటుంది. అది అకర్మ బ్యాలెన్స్. అది కృష్ణ అకౌంట్ అనమాట. అందుకనే చూసారా కొంతమంది భక్తిని ఈజీగా తీసుకోగలరు. కొంతమంది మీరు నోటీస్ చేయండి, ఈవెన్ ఇన్ క్లాస్ ఆల్సో, రైట్, సమ్ కాన్సెప్ట్స్ వెన్ ఎ టీచర్ సేస్ సమ్ పీపుల్ వుడ్ బి వెరీ క్విక్ టు గ్రాస్ప్. మాలాంటి వాళ్ళు ఉన్నారనుకుంటే బ్యాక్ బెంచర్స్, ఏం చెప్పాడు రా భయ్, కొంచెం మళ్ళీ చెప్పరా బాబు, వీ నీడ్ సమ్ 2 to 3 classes టు అండర్స్టాండ్ దట్ కాన్సెప్ట్. Similarly, bhakti also, some people quickly grasp it because that vasana is there, they have left. And bhakti cheyatam valla advantage ఏంటంటే నెక్స్ట్ జన్మలో మీరు ఆ అకౌంట్లో ఎంత ఇది ఉందో ఆ లెవెల్ నుంచే మీరు ప్రోగ్రెస్ అవుతారు. బట్ ఫర్ అదర్ థింగ్స్ మీరు మళ్ళీ జన్మ ఎత్తారనుకోండి, ఎల్కేజీ యూకేజీ ఫస్ట్ క్లాస్ అన్నీ చదవాలా, మళ్ళీ నెక్స్ట్ జన్మ మళ్ళీ ఎల్కేజీ యూకేజీ ఫస్ట్ క్లాస్ చదవాలా. కానీ ఈ స్పిరిచువాలిటీలో ఏంటంటే ఈ జన్మలో మీరు ఎంతైతే మీరు భక్తి ప్రాసెస్లో గ్రో అయ్యారో, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ 10 స్కేల్లో మీరు 5.5 స్కేల్ వరకు చేసి ఈ జన్మలో మీరు ఆపేశారనుకోండి, నెక్స్ట్ జన్మలో మీరు 5.5 నుంచి స్టార్ట్ చేస్తారు, 0 నుంచి స్టార్ట్ చేయరు. దట్ ఈస్ ద గ్రేట్నెస్ ఆఫ్ భక్తి. ఈజ్ ఇట్ అండర్స్టాండ్? కన్ఫ్యూజ్ చేస్తున్నానా? అర్థమవుతుందా లేదా? సో దట్స్ ఆల్. సో అండ్ దట్ ఆల్సో విత్ గ్రేట్ డిఫికల్టీ. సో వై ఈజ్ ఇట్ డిఫికల్ట్ హీ ఈజ్ ఆస్కింగ్. సో హౌ కెన్ ఇట్ బి ఈజీ ఫర్ సమ్వన్ హ్యావింగ్ ఏ ఫార్మ్ టు మెడిటేట్ అండ్ వర్షిప్ సంథింగ్ దట్ ఈస్ ఫార్మ్లెస్. సో నిజంగా ఫార్మ్లెస్ మనం ఎలా మెడిటేట్ చేయగలం? సి మనకు ఒక ఫామ్ ఉంది. వీఆర్ ఏబుల్ టు, ఇప్పుడు నేను హిమాంశు ప్రభు అన్నాను అనుకోండి, ఆయన ఇమేజ్ నాకు ముందు వస్తుంది. ఓకే, ప్రభుజీ వెరీ హైట్ పర్సనాలిటీ, వైట్ కలర్ అండ్ ఆల్, ఐ గెట్ ఎ ఫామ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇన్ ఫ్రంట్ ఆఫ్ మీ. సో వితౌట్ ఎ ఫామ్ హౌ యూ కెన్ యాక్చువల్లీ మెడిటేట్? సో కృష్ణ అనగానే ఒక్కొక్కళ్ళకి కాళియా పాస్ట్ టైం గుర్తు రావచ్చు, ఒక్కొక్కళ్ళకి అదేంటి మన్ను తిన్న లీల గుర్తు రావచ్చు, ఒక ఇమేజ్ వస్తుంది మనకి అనగానే. సో వీ షుడ్ హ్యావ్ దట్ ఫామ్ అనేది హీ ఇన్సిస్టింగ్. నౌ Arjuna is asking, so it is easy to do bhakti. So it is easy to do bhakti. And Krishna says, much simpler and easy and much more swifter too. Swifter అంటే త్వరగా కూడా మనం చేరుకోవచ్చు కృష్ణుడిని. అంటే త్వరగా అంటే మీరు లైఫ్ టైమ్స్ అన్ని తగ్గించుకోవచ్చు. లైఫ్ టైమ్స్ అన్ని అంటే ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మీకు తెలుసా, మనిషి పుట్టేటప్పుడు ఆల్రెడీ ఎన్ని ఏళ్లలో ఎన్ని నెలల్లో ఒక మనిషి తను చాలిస్తాడని ఆల్రెడీ రాసిపెట్టి ఉంటుంది. కానీ ఆ జన్మలోనే మీరు కావాలంటే దాన్ని మాడిఫై చేసుకోవచ్చు. మీరు చేసే చెడు కర్మల వల్ల అదే జన్మలో తగ్గించుకోవచ్చు, మీరు చేసే మంచి కర్మల వల్ల అదే జన్మలో ఆయువు పెంచుకోవచ్చు, అండ్ అదే జన్మలో మీరు వితౌట్ ఎనీ బర్త్ ఆల్సో కెన్ డైరెక్ట్లీ గో బ్యాక్ హోమ్, బ్యాక్ టు గాడ్ హెడ్, వైకుంఠ లోకాలకు వెళ్ళిపోవచ్చు. అదే. సో స్విఫ్టర్ అంటే ఫాస్టర్ అని అర్థం. సో I deliver them quickly from the ocean of birth and death. I deliver them quickly from ocean of death and birth. Anyway, I don't want to go through the past time of this Akbar and Birbal, because I think everyone knows this, right? Akbar talks about, if your Lord is omnipotent, then why does he have to come himself to save someone? మనకు భాగవతంలో చాలా పాస్ట్ టైమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి వేర్ లార్డ్ హిమ్సెల్ఫ్ కమ్ అండ్ సేవ్ హిస్ డివోటీస్. సో ఆ పర్టికులర్ పాయింట్ అక్బర్ అడుగుతాడు, దేవుడు ఎందుకు రావాలి భయ్? చాలామంది డివోటీస్ ఉన్నారు, చాలామంది తన వాళ్ళు ఉన్నారు, వాళ్ళ చేత రావాలి, దేవుడు రావాల్సిన అవసరం ఏంటి? ఎందుకు రావాలి చెప్పండి ఎందుకు రావాలి? దేవుడు రావాలి ఎందుకు? దేవుడే వచ్చి ఎందుకు కాపాడాలి? భక్త ప్రహ్లాద్ మహారాజు ఆయన ఎందుకు వచ్చి ఎందుకు కాపాడాలి? అలా లాట్ ఆఫ్ డివోటీస్ ఆర్ దేర్ వేర్ కృష్ణ హిమ్సెల్ఫ్ కమ్ పర్సనలీ అండ్ సేవ్స్ దెమ్, రైట్? వై? చెప్పండి మాతాజీ ఏదో చెప్తున్నారు. దేవుడు ఉన్నాడని తెలియపరచడానికి. ఎస్, దేవుడు ఉన్నాడని తెలియపరచడానికి. అండ్ ఇంకోటి ఇంపార్టెంట్ పాయింట్ కూడా ఉంది. దేవుడు ఉన్నాడని తెలియచెప్పడానికి, ప్లస్ దేవుడికి హీజ్ ఎ భక్తవత్సల. తన భక్తులంటే పిచ్చి ప్రేమ. ఆ లవ్, కృష్ణ చాలా పొజిటివ్ అబౌట్ హిస్ డివోటీస్, చాలా పొజిటివ్. అంతే, మనం కూడా రిలేషన్లో చాలా పొజిటివ్ ఉంటాం కదా మన రిలేషన్స్తో. నన్ను సింగిల్ పాయింటెడ్గా ప్రేమించాలి, నన్ను వేరే వాళ్ళని అటు ఇటు చూడకూడదు, నన్నే ప్రేమించాలి మనం అనుకుంటాం. కృష్ణుడు కూడా అంతే, ఈజ్ వెరీ పొజిటివ్. నా భక్తులంటే నా పిచ్చి ప్రేమ, అంతే, పిచ్చి ప్రేమ, ఇంకా తట్టుకోలేడు. ఆ పిచ్చి ప్రేమ ఉన్నప్పుడు ఆయన ఇది చేస్తాడనమాట. తన భక్తుల మీద ప్రేమతో తన స్వయాన వచ్చి కాపాడుకుంటాడు. బట్ ఆయన తలుచుకుంటే హీ కెన్ అరేంజ్ సమ్వన్ అండ్ డూ ఇట్ ఆల్సో. ధ్రువ మహారాజ్ నారదుడు వల్ల ఇచ్చేయగలిగాడు. సో ఎనీవే, లాట్ ఆఫ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ఆర్ దేర్. ఐ హోప్ యూ నో దిస్ పాస్ట్ టైం, రైట్? టు ప్రూవ్ అక్బర్ రాంగ్ దట్, అంటే ఈ పాయింట్ అడిగినందుకు అక్బర్కి మన బీర్బల్ మంచి పాస్ట్ టైం పర్ఫామ్ చేస్తాడనమాట. పర్సనల్ ఫామ్ తను ఎందుకు రాడు అనడానికి. తెలుసా స్టోరీ ఇది? డూ యూ రిమెంబర్ స్టోరీ? నో వన్? ఓకే, లెట్ మీ క్విక్లీ ఫినిష్. ద థింగ్ ఈజ్, so when he asked this question to Birbal, ఓకే బీర్బల్ కొంచెం కంటెంప్లేట్ చేసి ఓకే ఈయనకు చెప్తానులే నిదానంగా దీనికి సమాధానం చెప్తానులే అక్బర్ అని అంటాడు. అంటే ఒకసారి ఒక 3-4 నెలలు అయిపోతుంది. అయిపోయాక ఆయన ఈ డైలాగ్ కొట్టారనే విషయం అక్బరు మర్చిపోతాడు, బీర్బల్ మాత్రం అలా మైండ్లో ఉంటుంది అనమాట. సో ఆఫ్టర్ 3 months ఆఫ్ టైం హీ రిక్వెస్ట్ అక్బర్ దట్ అక్బర్ చాలా రోజులు అయింది మనం విహారయాత్రకి వెళ్ళి అందరం ఒకసారి విహారయాత్రకి వెళ్దాం, యమునా తట్టులో విహారయాత్రకి వెళ్దాము, ఫ్యామిలీ పిల్లలందరితో వెళ్దాము అని రిక్వెస్ట్ చేస్తారు అనమాట. ఇట్ హాస్ బీన్ ఎ లాంగ్ టైం అని. సో ఒకరోజు అందరూ వెళ్తారు. వెళ్ళి ఒక బోట్లో అక్బరు బీర్బల్ కూర్చొని ఉంటారు, ఇంకొక బోట్లో కొంతమంది సిపాయిలు కూర్చొని ఉంటారు, ఇంకొక బోట్లో వాళ్ళ సమ్ 2 to 3 months బేబీ కూర్చొని వాళ్ళ తల్లితో పాటు కూర్చొని ఉంటారు అండ్ సిపాయిలు ఉంటారు అనమాట. సో సడన్లీ బీర్బల్ ఏదో అక్కడ థర్డ్ షిప్లో, అంటే షిప్స్ అన్ని క్యూలో వెళ్తుంటాయి, they will be going in a queue and suddenly something fallen sound will be coming, dham and a sound it comes. So it is something like a small bit of a log falling from up, it falls on the water. So that sound comes and some soldiers they shout, hey, king's baby, 2 months baby has fallen in the water and all, they cry. Then Birbal says, hey, somebody is saying that your son 2 months baby has fallen in the water. So immediately without any hesitation he jumps and takes that thing. That log was surrounded by a white cloth. So he picks up. Then he sees that log is there. Then what is this happening? He feels he was very ferocious and he was very angry on that act. Who did this to me? And all he feels that if you have done Birbal, please tell me. Otherwise, within 1 or 5 minutes, we are not telling the reason, I might chop your head, he will say. Then Birbal says, I know there might be some reason. And Akbar says, there might be some reason. You tell me in another 5 minutes, otherwise I will chop your head, he will say. Then Birbal recalls the previous conversation where he talks that why Lord, you have asked on that day, right? Lord comes, why he has to come, why he has to. Then in this case, kid has fallen. You could have ordered your soldier to pick it up, right? Soldiers are very nearly situated to that kid, not you. You should have ordered. Why you have waited? Then he realizes. So because he loves, to prove that Lord is Bhakta Vatsala, he loves his devotees. So that's the reason he quotes. Okay. So like that, there are a lot of pastimes in the Bhagavatam where Lord Gajendra Moksha, Lord himself comes. Okay. Now, is there a progression of who is how much dear to you? I mean, yes, I will speak to you about it now. Now a question to you: fixed mind upon me, fixed intelligence upon me. Among this, which is important? Which is priority? Or which is more important? He is saying fix mind upon me and fix intelligence upon me. What is the difference, by the way?
ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ చాలా వీళ్ళంతా స్కాలర్స్ ఉన్నారు చూడండి, వాళ్ళంతా మేము చాలా దేవుడి గురించి బాగా తెలుసు అని చెప్తాం. కానీ ఫిక్స్డ్ మైండ్ ఇస్ 1 point.
Yes.
అయితే కావాలి.
Yes. So fixed mind. So the question is about that only. So is the bhakti is the matter of mind or intelligence?
Mind.
Huh?
Mind.
100%?
Yes.
Lock kar de? Okay. Yes, it's a matter of mind or heart, you say. There are some things, when we might do with our heart, and there might be some things which we might be doing with intelligence. We think a lot doing something. We think a lot. So we need to understand that we practice devotion with heart. So lowest side is this only. The question is bhakti on the pure stage of love. Generally we prefer it mind because heart is involved there, not mind. With mind there is a possibility of getting deviated. With intelligence there is a possibility of getting deviated, and there might be a possibility of pride entering in you with intelligence, not with mind. So that's why. So why does anyway already we have discussed. So this is the reason, like fixing mind upon me and fixing intelligence upon me. So Lord gives first priority to fixing mind upon me is more better than fixing intelligence upon me. Okay. Now, lesson. Bhakti is a natural act for a person. This is not some artificial work which we have to do from outside. If it is not done for a long time, it in sense goes away. Therefore, it takes external. Okay. Now, before we go there, ఎంతమందికి ఇక్కడ, how many of you are from village background? Village, okay, village background. Now in the villages you might have seen hand pumps, right? Have you ever used hand pump? Bore, yes, bore. Hand pump use చేశారా? దాన్ని బోర్ అంటాం, మేమేదో అంటాం, మన ఊర్లో ఏమంటాం దాన్ని, బోర్ అన్నాం.
Hand pump is different.
Hand only, that's actually hand pump only, but in our village there is a specific word what they locally they use it. Okay, that's okay. So that's hand pump only. Now a question to you, a scientific question to you. If in the hand pump water is not coming, what will you do?
You pour water.
బాగా ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ఉన్నట్టుంది మీకు. Yeah, in the hand pump, if the water is not coming, you will pour water externally in the hand pump to get the water, right? So we need to understand that మనం ఇంకోటి, generally we say that in English we say going back home, back to Godhead, right? Already I told you, we were all there in Godhead at one time, but we fell down due to multiple reasons. I don't want to dwell into the reasons. So we need to understand that that is our original place which we used to there, which we used to be there at that location. Now, lesson is, now it is more relevant. Bhakti is a natural act for a person. మన అందరిలో భక్తి ఉంది యాక్చువల్లీ, అందరికి ఉంది. This is not some artificial work which we have to do from outside. If it is not done for a long time, its sense goes away and therefore it takes external practice effort to reawaken it. అందుకని ఇక్కడ హ్యాండ్ పంప్ బొమ్మ పెట్టడం జరిగింది. మనందరికీ ఆల్రెడీ ఉంది, కానీ అందులో బోర్ పంపులో కూడా వాటర్ ఉంది, కానీ రావట్లా, బయట నుంచి మనం వాటర్ పోస్తూ కానీ రావట్లా. సో ఆల్ దీస్ ఎఫర్ట్స్ ఆర్ దట్ ఓన్లీ టు రీఅవేకన్ ద భక్తి ఇన్ అస్. The bhakti movement is the same thing, that we are having bhakti, but we have forgotten Lord. We have forgotten Lord. We are trying to reawaken that bhakti within us. So we are, what external practices we do? Already I think I have given an example, like milk. Amma, ఎప్పుడైనా మీ ఇంట్లో పాలు మాడిపోయినాయా? గ్యాస్లో పెట్టి పాలు మాడిందా లేదా? మాడిందా? అది మాడింది అనుకోండి, దాన్ని క్లీన్ చేయడానికి మీరు ఏమేమి చేస్తారో చెప్పండి, మీరే చెప్పాలి. తల్లి కూతుళ్ళు ఇద్దరు మీరే చెప్పాలి. ఓవర్ నైట్ సోకింగ్, ఇంకా ఓవర్ నైట్ సోకింగ్. అమ్మ మీరు చెప్పండి, ఒక పాయింట్ మీ అమ్మాయి చెప్పేది ఒక పాయింట్ మీరు చెప్పాలి. దేంతో తుడుస్తారు? క్లాత్తో తుడుస్తారు. ఇంకా ఇంకేమైనా ఉన్నాయా చిట్కాలు? ఇంకేం లేవా? కొంతమంది ఎక్స్ట్రా సోపు, కొంతమంది నిమ్మకాయ వాడతారు, కొంతమంది కొబ్బరి చిప్పతో ఫైబర్ వాడతారు, కొంతమంది ఇలా చాలా రకాలుగా వాడితే కానీ అది క్లీన్ పొజిషన్కి రాదు, రైట్? మనం కూడా అంతే, మన దాంట్లో భక్తి ఉంది, మనం మర్చిపోయాము భక్తిని. అదే ఇలాంటి క్లాసులు, హరినామం చేయటం, మహామంత్రం జపించటం, ఆ సాధువుల యొక్క అసోసియేషన్ తీసుకోవటం, ఇవన్నీ డిఫరెంట్ టైప్స్ టు క్లెన్స్ అనమాట, క్లీన్ అవర్ మైండ్ అండ్ మేక్ అవర్ సెల్ఫ్ సూటబుల్ ఫర్ భక్తి. ఓకే, దిస్ ఇస్ ద లెసన్ నౌ. అండ్ now he asks, and if that is also difficult in the performing bhakti, if it is difficult, Krishna, how to control the fickle mind? భక్తి చేయడం కష్టమైనప్పుడు అప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి అని అంటే, మత్ కర్మ పరమా భవో, వర్క్ ఫర్ మీ. కొంతమంది నిజంగా కష్టమే, కొంతమంది భక్తి చేయడం ఏంట్రా పోయి ఉదయాన్నే లేచి దేవుడికి దండం పెట్టి స్టేబుల్గా ఎలా చేస్తాం రా పోయి, ఉదయాన్నే బ్రహ్మముహూర్తంలో లేచి ఏం చేస్తాం, నా వల్ల కావట్లేదు, ఏంటి కృష్ణ ఏం చేయాలి అని అర్జున అడుగుతున్నాడు. కృష్ణుడు ఏమంటున్నా అంటే, దేర్ ఇస్ దెన్ అనదర్ స్టెప్ లోవర్ ఈజ్ దేర్ అర్జున, వర్క్ ఫర్ మీ, నా కోసం వర్క్ చేయి. నా కోసం వర్క్ అంటే ఏంటి? కృష్ణుడి కోసం ప్రసాదం ఉండండి, ఆఫర్ చేయండి. కృష్ణుడి కోసం డ్రాయింగ్ గీయండి. యాక్చువల్లీ ఐ థింక్ ఈ అమ్మాయి ఆద్య ఒకసారి డ్రాయింగ్ గీసింది. అలా పిల్లలు కూడా పిల్లలు డ్రాయింగ్లో చాలా బాగుంటారు. సో దర్ ఆర్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ డివోటీ కిడ్స్ హూ డ్రాస్. పిల్లల్లో ఎలా ఇన్కల్కేట్ చేయాలి భక్తిని? ఇలానే స్టోరీస్ చెప్పాలి. పడుకునేటప్పుడు మేము చిన్నప్పుడు మా బాబు పాప పడుకునేటప్పుడు శాంతి పక్కనే పడుకోబెట్టి అదేంటి రామాయణ అండ్ కృష్ణ స్టోరీస్ చెప్పేది పిల్లలకి. సో దీస్ ఆర్ ద డిఫరెంట్ వేరియస్ స్టెప్స్. సో వర్క్ పిల్లల్ని భక్తులు చేయడానికి ప్రయత్నించటం, కృష్ణుడి కోసం వంట ఉండటము, కృష్ణుడి కోసం పాట పాడటము, భజనలు చేయటము, కృష్ణుడి కోసం పని చేయటము, కృష్ణుడికి ఇష్టమైన ఇందాక మనం విన్నాం కదా అదేంటిది నమో బ్రాహ్మణ్యాయ దేవాయ గో బ్రాహ్మణ హితాయచ, గౌ బ్రాహ్మణ హితాయచ. కృష్ణుడు కూడా బ్రాహ్మణుల కంటే గోలు అంటే గోమాత బ్రాహ్మణ అంటే ముందు గోమాతకి కృష్ణుడు ప్రిఫరెన్స్ ఇచ్చాడు. గోమాతలు సేవించడం అది కూడా ఆయన గురించి వర్క్ చేయడమే. బ్రాహ్మణులు అంటే డివోటీస్ అసోసియేట్ చేయటం, వాళ్ళకి సర్వ్ చేయటం అనేది ఇంపార్టెంట్. యూ కెన్ వర్క్ ఫర్ మీ. మనం ప్రభుజీ సార్ మాతాజీ వర్క్ ఫర్ కృష్ణ అంటే ఏదో పెద్ద అది ఊడిపోయి పనిచేయమని చెప్పట్లా. మనకు చేతనైనంత వరకు మనకు నచ్చేవి కృష్ణుడికి సమర్పించుకోవటమే, కృష్ణుడి కోసం చేయడమే. లాట్ ఆఫ్ డివోటీస్ హియర్ హ్యావ్ డొనేటెడ్ శ్రీమద్ భాగవతమ్స్. శ్రీమద్ భాగవతం డొనేట్ చేశారు. వన్ డివోటీ హ్యాస్ డొనేటెడ్ టు శ్రీమద్ భాగవతం టు దిస్ టెంపుల్. So lot of like this in Hyderabad, around 150 to 200 temples, lot of devotees have donated. Sanjay Prabhu, Himanshu Prabhu, everyone has donated Srimad Bhagavatam. So they are also doing that work for Krishna. Okay, so that's what he's saying. Nishkama Karma Yoga. We need to work for Krishna. Now, next, well, Arjuna ఇంకా మన కోసం ఏం అడుగుతున్నాడు? అది కూడా చేయలేకపోతే కృష్ణ ఏం చేయాలి? And if someone can't work for you, any other chance, ఇంకేమైనా మాకు ఏమైనా ఆఫర్లు ఏమైనా ఉన్నాయా? ఆర్ దేర్ ఎనీ అదర్ ఆఫర్స్ వీ కెన్ డూ అని అడుగుతున్నాడు. దెన్ సెల్ఫ్లెస్లీ వర్క్ ఫర్ అదర్స్. కృష్ణ ఇస్ సేయింగ్ దెన్ మీరు అనుకున్నట్టే నన్ను కంట్రోల్లో పెట్టుకోవద్దు, కానీ అట్లీస్ట్ సెల్ఫ్లెస్గా ఏమి ఆశించకుండా వేరే వాళ్ళకి హెల్ప్ చేయండి. పోనీ అన్నదానం చేయండి, బట్టల దానం చేయండి. కరోనాలో చాలామంది ఇబ్బంది పెడుతున్నారు, వాళ్ళకి మెడిసిన్స్ దానం చేయండి, కానీ సెల్ఫ్లెస్గా చేయండి. ఆశించి చేయమాకండి. నువ్వు నాకు ఇది ఇచ్చావు, నాకేంటి అసలు నాకేంటి చెప్పండి. అలా కాదు. ఎస్పెషల్లీ బ్యూరోక్రసీలో ఇలానే జరుగుతుంది. నేను నీకు ఇది చేశా, నాకేం చేస్తావు నువ్వు నన్ను గోకు, నేను నిన్ను గోకుతా. అది కాదు ఫండా. సో సరే నాకు సమర్పించక్కల, నీకే నువ్వే సెల్ఫ్లెస్గా చేయాలంటాడు. అదే సర్వకర్మ ఫలత్యాగం, వర్క్ ఫర్ అదర్స్ ఫర్ సమ్ గుడ్ కాజ్ సెల్ఫ్లెస్లీ అని అంటాడు నిష్కామ కర్మయోగ. నెక్స్ట్, హౌ విల్ దట్ లీడ్ సమ్వన్ టు యూ? సరే కృష్ణ నువ్వు ఇలా ఆప్షన్స్ ఇస్తున్నావు, అసలు చూస్తున్నారా అర్జునుడు ఎన్ని లాజికల్ ప్రశ్నలే, మనందరికీ వచ్చే ప్రశ్నలే, అవునా కాదా? సో హౌ విల్ దట్ లీడ్ టు, మరి నువ్వు ఇలా చెప్పావు, నిన్ను సెంటర్లో పెట్టుకోకుండా చేయను ఆయన సెల్ఫ్లెస్గా అని అంటున్నావు, మరి అది నీ దగ్గరికి ఎలా ఈవెన్చువల్లీ వాళ్ళని చేరుస్తుంది అని అడుగుతున్నాడు. How will that lead to someone to you? Selfless work or renouncing the fruits of one's work purifies the heart and makes it fertile for this cultivation of knowledge. So నువ్వు అలా సెల్ఫ్లెస్గా చేస్తే కన్నా ఏదో ఒక టైంలో నీకు అది అంటే ల్యాండ్ ఫర్టైల్ చేసుకుంటున్నట్టు భక్తికి. బాబుజీ అదే. సో ఇట్స్ సో అలా సెల్ఫ్లెస్గా చేసినా తప్పేం లేదు. నువ్వు ఏమి చెత్త పనులు, జూదము, సిగరెట్లు ఇవన్నీ చెత్త పనులు చేసే బదులు సెల్ఫ్లెస్గా సాయం చేయడం బెటర్ కదా. దట్ ఈస్ బెటర్ ఓన్లీ. బట్ అది కూడా ఈవెన్చువల్లీ నా వైపే లీడ్ చేస్తుంది అర్జున. అలా చేయటం వల్ల యువర్ హార్ట్ బికమ్స్ ఫర్టైల్ అంటుంది. యువర్ హార్ట్ అనే ఫర్టైల్ని తెలుగులో ఏమంటారు ప్రభు? ఫర్టైల్ ఉపజావు హిందీ సారవంతంగా మారుతుంది. మీ హృదయం అనేది భక్తికి అనుకూలంగా సారవంతంగా మారుతుంది మీరు సెల్ఫ్లెస్గా ఎవరికైనా సాయం చేయగలిగితే. కానీ దట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ద అల్టిమేట్గా నువ్వు కృష్ణాని ఇది చేయగలగాలి. బట్ దట్స్ వాట్ అర్జున ఇస్ సేయింగ్. సో నిష్కామ కర్మ యోగా చేయండి, దాని తర్వాత జ్ఞానయోగ అంటే యూ షుడ్ నో అబౌట్ కృష్ణ, వాట్ అదకరి, ఎందుకు భక్తి చేయాలి రోజు, ఎందుకు స్క్రిప్చర్ చదవాలి, జ్ఞానయోగం వస్తుంది. దాని తర్వాత ధ్యానం, దాని తర్వాత నువ్వు మెడిటేట్ చేయి, కృష్ణుడికి మెడిటేట్ చేయి, తప్పేం లేదు. వాట్ ఆర్ ద మహామంత్ర వీఆర్ డూయింగ్, వీఆర్ మెడిటేటింగ్ ఆన్ కృష్ణ. హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే. వీఆర్ meditating on Krishna. So what is that makes one devotee more dear to you than another? Because of their specific qualities. ఇక్కడ అర్జున is asking, ఏ పర్టికులర్ వాట్ ఈస్ దట్ వన్, వాట్ ఈస్ దట్ మేక్స్ వన్ డివోటీ more dearer to you than another? Then Krishna says, because of their specific qualities. Specific అనేది ఇక్కడ చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. కొన్ని ముఖ్యమైన క్వాలిటీసే. ఐఎమ్ మోర్ ఇంప్రెస్డ్. నాకు నచ్చేది కొన్ని క్వాలిటీస్ ఉన్నాయి, నాకు చాలా బాగా నచ్చాయి. ఐ లైక్ దెమ్ మోర్. సో విచ్ ఆర్ దోస్ క్వాలిటీస్? దట్స్ వాట్ అర్జున ఆస్. అండ్ కృష్ణ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్స్ దోస్ క్వాలిటీస్ ఫ్రమ్ 13 to 19. 13th to 19th slokas, he explains the qualities in a devotee which he likes most. What are those qualities? 12.13. One who is not envious. One who is not envious is the first quality. కొంతమంది నిజంగా తెలుసా ఎన్వియస్గా ఉంటారు. ఇప్పుడు కృష్ణుడి మీద నాకు చెప్పండి, కృష్ణుడికి మీద హౌ మెనీ, ఆఫ్ కోర్స్ దర్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ పీపుల్, నేమ్ 2 or 3 characters in Mahabharata who are envious of Krishna. Yes, I think there are a lot. So he likes one quality, what he likes in devotees. First quality is one who is not envious. Second quality is he is a kind friend of all living entities. Second quality, he is a kind friend of all living entities. He doesn't have anything like వాడు తక్కువ ఈడు ఎక్కువ అనడానికి లేదు. He is equal to all. Panditah Samadarshinaha. He is equal to all. Next one is who does not think himself as a proprietor. శబాష్, నాదే ఇదంతా నాదే కదా, శబాష్, నేను ఇవాళ చెప్తుంటే ఎంతమంది వచ్చారు చూడండి. ఆ ప్రొప్రైటర్షిప్, ఆ గర్వం, లేనితనం అనేది ఇంకొకటి, అనదర్ క్వాలిటీ. హూ డస్ నాట్ థింక్ హిమ్సెల్ఫ్ యాజ్ ఎ ప్రొప్రైటర్ అండ్ ఈజ్ ఫ్రీ ఫ్రమ్ ఫాల్స్ ఈగో. Is another trait in devotees what he likes. And who is equal in both happiness and distress. కష్టం వచ్చినా హ్యాపీనెస్ వచ్చినా సేమ్ పోస్చర్ మెయింటైన్ చేసేవాడు. I know it's very difficult. It's very, very, very difficult. But that's what he likes. Krishna likes. But we should try to imbibe that quality. And how you imbibe? You should associate more with devotees. కిట్టి పార్టీలోకి వెళ్ళి నేను భక్తి చేస్తానంటే వర్కౌట్ అవుతుంది. కిట్టి పార్టీలోకి వెళ్ళి బాగా భలే ఉంటాయి కిట్టి పార్టీలో. యాక్చువల్లీ మా కూతురు మా శాంతిని అడుగుతుంటుంది, ఏంటి మమ్మీ అందరు మమ్మీస్ అందరూ కిట్టి పార్టీస్కి వెళ్తున్నారు, నువ్వు ఒక్కదానివే వెళ్ళవు, దేనికి వెళ్ళొచ్చు కదా, సరదాగా ఉంటుంది, సర్కిల్ పెంచుకో. డాడీ చూడు ఎంత సర్కిల్ ఉందో, నీకు అసలు సర్కిల్ లేదు, నువ్వు కిట్టి పార్టీకి వెళ్ళు అని మా అమ్మాయి అడుగుతుంటుంది మా శాంతిని. అండ్ కొన్నిసార్లు కిట్టి పార్టీలో ఏం జరుగుతుందో కూడా నాకు తెలిసింది కదా. మా ఫ్రెండ్స్ ఉంటారు కదా, బీటెక్ మా క్లాస్మేట్స్ ఉన్నారు అనమాట. ఆ కిట్టి పార్టీలు ఇంత బోకస్ మహేష్ అని నాకు చెప్తుంటారు. చక్కగా మాట్లాడుకుంటారు. వెళ్ళాక ఏంది ఎలా తెచ్చుకుందో తెలుసా, గొలుసులు ఎలా వేసుకుందో, ఎలా వస్తున్నాయి డబ్బులు, ఇదంతా చీపాడు ఏందో, అసలు ఎలా వస్తారో అసలు అబ్బాచి అంటే నాన్ సెన్స్. యాక్చువల్లీ లిటరలీ నాన్ సెన్స్. Anyway, I don't want to dwell much, but there might be some kitty parties. Actually, in our community, we make Sakhi Sangha. In our ISKCON community also, Shanti is part of Sakhi Sangha, where all the Matajis, once in 1 month they meet. And they meet in one house, and they keeping Krishna and Radha in the center. They cook prasadam, they offer to the Lord. They sing bhajans, for the Krishna, and they dance also. Krishna, they do drama and skit also. I think I have posted some dramas what Mataji is performed in our group also. So they do as all the Sakhi, only Matajis would be there. So they would be doing it, like that. Anyway, which is and who is equal in both happiness and distress. I think I am taking more than needed. Yeah. So like similarly, bhaktas to Divame Priya. So like the devotees, I like more. So who have dedicated their lives 24/7 for themselves. 24/7 for themselves. That's what Krishna is saying. So now, I think we are near the end. There are so many self-help books, right? When we Google, there are so many self-help books. Yes or no? What is your favorite self-help book? 5? Atomic Habits. 5 AM Club. Anything else? Don't talk about Bhagavadgita. We have to Bhagavadgita anyway. Eventually, we will lead to that. Okay. Anyway, there are so many books. In the interest of time, I am not able to put it more in interesting way. But the thing is, there are so many self-help books. My dad, when I was a kid, he used to ask me to read how to influence friends and how to win friends and influence people by Dale Carnegie. Dale Carnegie. He used to stress me a lot to read that books, improve the circle, influence people and all. He used to give a lot of these things. But after I grow to some extent, I came to know that Dale Carnegie, how he passed away. Can you expect a person passing away like that who has written that book? Nobody thinks about that. Anyway, I'm not saying it's a bad book, but yeah. So there are so many books are there. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Money, How to Make Money, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So like that, there are so many books like this. Okay. Now one among the best is 7 Habits of Influence. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. It is written by Stephen Covey. Now, Stephen Covey once came to India. And he told about his book, and it was a bestseller also one time, and almost 2.5 crores of copies were sold out. And I don't know how many of you know about this. Stephen Covey said that whatever the book he has written, he took inspiration from Bhagavadgita, and he has took some 7 important things from that Bhagavad Gita, and he has expanded that book with his own examples. Do you know this? Yes, it is. The funny part is, the part is Western నుంచి ఏదొచ్చినా సరే నా సామిరంగా ఇండియన్స్ మాత్రం అసలు అలా పోతాయి అంతే. వెస్ట్ నుంచి వస్తేనే మనకు కిక్ ఉంటుంది, ఇండియా నుంచి వచ్చింది కిక్ ఉండదు. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో ఎవ్రీథింగ్. ఎంత సిల్లీ విషయం అంటే, ఇక్కడ భగవద్గీత నాలెడ్జ్ ఇక్కడ ఇది చేసుకొని జర్మనీలో వాళ్ళు ఎక్కడ గురుకులాలు నడుపుతున్నారు. మన ఇండియాలో ఇప్పుడు గురుకులాలు ఇవన్నీ పెడితే, భగవద్గీత గురించి పెడితే సెక్యులర్ అంటారు. మనకిస్తున్నారు. అది కామెడీ పార్ట్ ఏంటంటే, వెస్ట్ నుంచి అందుకని శ్రీలా ప్రభుపాద్ స్ట్రాటజీ కూడా భలే ఉన్నది. స్ట్రాటజీ ఐ రియల్లీ లైక్ ద స్ట్రాటజీ వాట్ హీ అడాప్టెడ్. Of course, it was his spiritual master's order also to spread the Krishna consciousness in the West. But only Srila Prabhupada was not valued that much when he was in India. Once he went to USA, once he converted, when he made the devotees in the West, then his popularity increased. Then the people were, Prabhupada. ఓన్లీ when something comes from West only, then only. Actually మన బ్లడ్లో వెళ్ళిపోయింది అనుకుంటా, వెస్ట్ నుంచి వస్తే ఏదైనా సరే బెస్ట్ అని. Mataji, the thing is, Mataji, I'm nothing against Western. Even I'm working for a France company. I'm working as a senior program manager in Clarinet Technologies. I'm dealing with mainly with the France people, and I'm also working with them. But the good thing what I like is, Mataji, they really appreciate actually. They really, in fact, I wanted to show some video of. I wanted to show some video to you. I'm really sorry, I think it's really getting dragged today, but I think it is really important. I wanted to show one video. Shantini, WhatsApp on? We need to understand that I am nothing against the West. I don't have any against towards West, but the thing is, there might be their own some conditions might be there where they are not able to do this, or not able to perform. Luckily it is there. What was that? In fact, in my home Vihanga, I sent it. I will open it. My home Vihanga. I already sent that. Not this. Where is this? Which is that? This is the one. Let me. Everyone knows Hindi here. Hindi knows. Hindi uch kada apnaki? Okay.
That also you were saying this stuff.
Yeah. So let me. I'm just. Yeah, it has. Yeah. I just, because since the Western this thing has come, I just wanted to show everyone this video. I think it's already kept in group if I'm not wrong. You can't be played up. Why is that?
यूरोप की विवशता और हमारी अज्ञानता। 8 महीने ठंड के कारण कोट पैंट पहनना उनकी विवशता है। यूरोप की विवशता और हमारी अज्ञानता। 8 महीने ठंड के कारण कोट पैंट पहनना उनकी विवशता है, और शादी वाले दिन भरी गर्मी में कोट पैंट डालकर बारात ले जाना हमारी अज्ञानता है। ताजा भोजन उपलब्ध न होने के कारण सड़े आटे से पिज्जा, बर्गर, नूडल्स खाना यूरोप की विवशता, और 56 भोग छोड़कर 400 रुपए की सड़ी रोटी यानी पिज्जा खाना हमारी अज्ञानता। ताजे भोजन की कमी के कारण फ्रिज इस्तेमाल करना यूरोप की विवशता, और रोज ताजी सब्जी बाजार में मिलने पर भी हफ्ते भर की सब्जी फ्रिज में ठूंस सड़ा कर खाना हमारी अज्ञानता है। जड़ी बूटियों का ज्ञान न होने के कारण जीव जंतुओं के मांस से दवाएं बनाना उनकी विवशता, और आयुर्वेद जैसा महान चिकित्सा होने के बावजूद मांस की दवाइयां उपयोग करना हमारी अज्ञानता है। पर्याप्त अनाज न होने के कारण जानवरों को खाना उनकी विवशता, और 1600 किस्मों की फसलें होने के बावजूद स्वाद के लिए निरीह प्राणी मारकर खाना हमारी अज्ञानता। लस्सी, मट्ठा, छाछ, दूध, जूस, शिकंजी आदि ना होने के कारण कोल्ड ड्रिंक पीना उनकी विवशता, और 36 तरह के पेय पदार्थ होते हुए भी कोल्ड ड्रिंक नामक जहर पीकर खुद को आधुनिक समझना हमारी अज्ञानता। दोस्तों, हमारी भारतीय संस्कृति अद्वितीय है, पुरातन और महान है। कोशिश करें, मुश्किल जरूर है, लेकिन अनुसरण करने की कोशिश जरूर करें। अपना ख्याल रखिएगा।
Really, I liked the voice also. Actually, the slow tone what he told, I really even it was like slapping on the face actually. Though he was telling very, so yeah. So we need to understand that why we need to adopt West. When even as I told, in November month I went to Spain. Almost for 1 week I was there. In the hotel it was completely what kind of meat. Now you can't even imagine that kind of animals meat was also there in that hotel. It was a 5-star hotel, by the way. And luckily we got a devotee. One worker was working there in that hotel, and somehow she identified that we are ISKCON. By seeing this Kantimala, she identified, and she told my mother is also ISKCON devotee and all. So for 2-3 days she brought us a good lunch. So that was a good gesture from her, Preeti Mataji. So yeah, so we coming to Stephen Covey. Yeah, he has he has told, after coming to India, he mentioned that he has taken the points from Bhagavadgita and he elaborated with his experience and what are the things he has gone through. He has told. So he has only taken some part of it, but it is unfortunate that Indians are not paying much attention or trying to understand Bhagavadgita on this. Okay, so lesson. Some know knowledge and some live according to the knowledge. We can learn from anyone, but we can learn deeply only from those who themselves follow. God is all good, therefore one must learn from Him. One must learn from Him. మనకు మార్నింగ్ అయితే చాలు, హౌ మనీ వాట్సాప్ మెసేజెస్, రైట్? లెఫ్ట్ అండ్ రైట్ ఎవ్రీ డే, థాట్ ఆఫ్ ద డే, ఎన్ని గ్రూప్. కానీ వినడం కూడా చాలా బాగుంటాయి, చూడడం కూడా చాలా బాగుంటాయి. కానీ బాగుంటాయి, కానీ ఎందుకు వై ఆర్ వి నాట్ ఫాలోయింగ్ ఇట్? ఎంత టచ్చింగ్గా పెడతారంటే అసలు బా. కానీ ఎందుకు వై వీఆర్ నాట్ ఫాలోయింగ్, రైట్? Because we are not seeing people who are following, that's why we don't believe. We are not seeing people around us who are following Bhagavad Gita as it is. That's why we are not believing in those posters or whatever forwards we are getting. Try to ట్రై టు ఎక్స్ప్లోర్, నో, ట్రై టు సీ, నో. అరే భయ్, ఇలాంటి సమాజంలో ఇలాంటి మనుషులు కూడా ఉంటారా? ఉంటే కనపడతాను, అక్కడ ట్రై చేయొచ్చు కదా. ఐ కాంట్ బి అసోసియేట్. నిజంగా మీరు చేయగలుగుతున్నారా? There are a lot of devotees who are working, who are serving Krishna, who are managing goshalas, who are giving sessions in colleges, who are giving sessions in hostels, brahmacharis. A lot of activities are there. Okay, so dear to God. So 12 we are already discussed. So we need to understand now. In this, we are almost at the end of the session. So as I said, 7th to 12th chapters, it is dealing with Bhakti Yoga, and 7th chapter, he talks Krishna's and about his energies, he talks about. 8th, he says how to reach him. 9th, he says about Bhakti, what is Bhakti. 10th, he talks about how to remember him. 11th, he talks about universal form and how many forms are there. And 12th, who is dear to him, he talks about Krishna. Okay, so first lesson, how God can be lesser. First lesson from this 12th chapter is, a lot of people might think, as Mataji was pointing, people talk, Krishna is also like a normal human being, or he can be. So a lot of people might also think that he is a normal human being. ఆయనకి ఏంటంటే మనలాంటి మనోడేరా బాబు, ఆయన మనం ఓన్లీ ఒక అమ్మాయి అంటే పడుతున్నారా, ఆయన ఎంతమంది అమ్మాయిలు అంటే పడ్డాడు, ఎంతమంది అమ్మాయిల బట్టలు దొంగతనం చేశాడు, చెత్తగా మాట్లాడుకుంటారు కదా, యాక్చువల్లీ వితౌట్ నోయింగ్ అబౌట్ హిమ్. సో హౌ గాడ్ కెన్ బి లెసర్. వీ షుడ్ నాట్ థింక్ దట్ ఇఫ్ హీ ఈస్ డూయింగ్ సమ్ యాక్టివిటీస్ వీ కాంట్ కంపేర్ హిమ్సెల్ఫ్ విత్ ద గాడ్. సో హౌ గాడ్ కెన్ బి లెసర్, దట్ ద ఫస్ట్ లెసన్. సెకండ్ వన్ ఈజ్ ఏ ఛాన్స్ ఫర్ ఆల్. ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ దట్ ఓన్లీ భక్తులే రీచ్ అవ్వగలరు, భక్తులే కృష్ణుని రీచ్ అవ్వగలరు అనే పాయింట్ కాదు. హీ ఈజ్ ఇంపార్షియల్ టు ఎవ్రీ వన్, బట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ అప్ టు అస్. వీఆర్ నాట్ చూసింగ్ హిమ్. సండే పెడుతున్నాం, సర్లే ఎవడో వస్తున్నాడంట కృష్ణుడి గురించి చెప్పడానికి, సర్లే ఈ గంట 2 గంటలు వినొద్దాంలే, మిగతా 22 గంటలు ఉన్నాయిగా, మనం బిందాస్గా ఇచ్చేద్దాం. సినిమా అవతార్ వచ్చింది, ఆన్ టైం వెళ్తాం మనం అవతార్కి. మూవీ వచ్చింది, మూవీ ఆన్ టైం, 11 o'clock షో పోలేదో 10:45 విల్ బి దేర్. దేవుడి కార్యక్రమాలంటే మనం ఆన్ టైం ఉన్నాం. So we need to think, or when we are saying a chance for all, it is not only for devotees, but a person who is there in any kind of situation. A widow, a divorcee, a mata, a person who has lost his partner or her partner, a person who is serving jail, criminal also. Any kind of situation, if you know about God, there is a chance for him, there is a hope for him. It's not that only eventually those people, what are the categories I mentioned, everyone can eventually reach Krishna only by bhakti. Third, be a bit more selfless. It's not only for God, but try to be selflessly working. Try to inculcate that habit of selfless working. Fourth, knowledge and action. If you are gaining knowledge, చాలా మంది మీరు ఏం మాట్లాడారండి, మీరు సూపర్ మాట్లాడారండి, నిజంగా చాలా చక్కగా ఆ పాయింట్ మీరు చాలా చక్కగా చెప్పారండి, చాలా చక్కగా చెప్పారండి, నిజంగా అండి ఈ లోకంలో మీరు సనాతన ధర్మం అందరూ మర్చిపోతున్నారండి, చాలా చక్కగా మాట్లాడారండి. ముందు మీరు పాటించండి సార్, వేరే వాళ్ళ సంగతి మర్చండి. థ్యాంక్ యూ, చాలా చక్కగా మాట్లాడారు, మీరు అప్రిషియేట్ చేశాను, థ్యాంక్ యూ. ఫాలో అవచ్చు కదా. Try to follow. If you are not following, try to make an attempt, step by step. We are not asking 24 గంటలు చెప్పండి. At least we should make an attempt to follow the knowledge what we are gaining, right? That's what is the lesson. Last lesson, invest in qualities. Try to invest time, money in qualities. Knowing about Shastra, knowing about scriptures, knowing about serving, how to serve. We are ready to invest time in lot of other material things, but we can invest time. It's not a bad bet, right? I mean, జనన మరణం మొత్తం సైకిల్ బ్రేక్ చేయడం అంటే ఇట్స్ నాట్ ఏ సింపుల్ థింగ్, రైట్? కారు కొనటం, బంగ్లా కొనటం కంటే చిన్నదా విషయం? సో ఇట్స్ ఏ జెన్యూన్ రీజన్ ఫర్ ఇన్వెస్టింగ్ టైమ్ ఆర్ ఇన్వెస్టింగ్ అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్ ఇన్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ఫార్మ్ ఇన్ getting the qualities of a bhakta or getting the qualities to serve Krishna. Okay, so that's it. I think this is the chapter at a glance. We discussed about personalist and impersonalist, difference and levels of bhakti and qualities of a devotee. Ante అయిపోయింది 12th chapter. So formalga we have finished the bhakti yoga today by 12th chapter. From next week we will be starting the 13th chapter, which is about gnana yoga, starting of gnana yoga. Okay, Any other questions anyone has from today's session? I know Sima Mataji has asked a couple of questions, which I have answered in the middle. But if anyone else has any questions, please. I know I didn't expect that session would be going this long, but despite being a smallest chapter, the session has gone pretty long. Yeah, any other questions, anyone? Good. Fine. We are done with it, and we need to stop the recording. Got stopped. Okay. Closing. Okay, we will sing Narsimharti. We can sing together. Namaste Narasimhaya भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णु पाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतश्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की इस्कॉन फाउंडर श्रीला प्रभुपाद की नामादास आचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कुंड श्री श्याम कुंड गिरिगोवर्धन धाम राधा कुंड की वृंदावन धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र पूरी धाम की मथुरा धाम की नवद्वीप धाम की गंगा माई की यमुना माई की तुलसी देवी की भक्ति देवी की बृहद मृदंगा की ट्रांसेंडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की ट्रांसेंडेंटल प्रसादम डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की ट्रांसेंडेंटल डीटी वर्शिप की भक्त प्रहलाद लक्ष्मी नरसिम्हा स्वामी टेम्पल इन विहंगा की सामवेद भक्त वृंद की गौर प्रेमानंदे all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. All Vihanga residents की जय. महाप्रसादे गोविंदे नाम ब्राह्मणे वैष्णवे स्वल्प पुण्यावतन राजन विश्वासो निवजायते सारिया अविद्या जाल जोड़ेंद्रिया ताहे काल जीवे खेले विषय सागरे तारा मध्य जीव्याची लोभो माये शुभमती ताके जेठा चैन संसारे कृष्णावर गायो माये तारी वारे गृह जाए प्रसाद मिलो भाव प्रिया अमृत खाओ राधा कृष्णा गुण गाओ डाको चंदन निताय जय निमाय जय निताय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे thanks once again Prabhuji and Mataji for gracing this session. Request all of you to come to next week, next session, same time, same day. We'll catch up again. Please honor the prasadam. Please. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Yes.
I think it's troubling you a lot, I think.
I don't know how much he troubles me. Even trouble that trouble you are there.
You don't know about your daddy. Trouble troubles the trouble.